Say what? Say what? What? Say what?
What's going on, MFers? It's your boy LR for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Proudly presents Say What. You know how that goes. Tonight's going to be a very interesting night. I remind myself of Crazy Eddie from. It used to be his commercial back in New York called Crazy Eddie's. Any of my veterans, they know what that means. And they know who he is. He's a crazy dude. Anyway, welcome to the show. We got an amazing panel tonight.
Strange. You will buy Iron Strange.
Y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? You hear the fuckery that's going on behind the scenes? If y'all don't already know who that is, you know who it is. If you don't already know who it is, you'll know who it is. Anyway, we got it.
Ben will. Don't do it.
Do y'all hear
Last
that?
of Us 2 is a masterpiece.
Sons of bitches. Let me just bring them in. Man, what's going on, everybody? What the hell are y'all doing, man? What's
it's
up?
the angel and the devil on your shoulder, bro. Guess which one's which?
Man, no.
My microphone was muted the whole time. I don't know.
Your microphone was not muted, you son of a bitch. No, it was not.
Carol Ann floating around
Sons of bitch.
It was John for sure.
It was not John. He's brand new. You cannot poison it. Don't taint him yet. Come on, man. We're not doing that.
We got to make it challenging. We're auditioning these guys for Will's replacement, so we got to.
Oh, shit.
Nah, bro. The segment will never be canceled. Never.
This segment ain't going anywhere. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining. It's going to be a great show tonight. We got an incredible panel of handsome motherfuckers besides Brendan. How are y'all doing tonight? As a matter of fact, let's start off with the hashtag butt naked, butt naked. Assassin himself, Real Riley. What's going on with you tonight, bro? And as a matter of fact, before you start talking, everybody hashtag butt naked assassin. Shout out to the butt naked assassin. Put that in the chat right now. I want to see it. Before he starts talking, I want to see at least one. I got to see. Come on, somebody got to do it. Come on, just get in there. Butt naked assassin before he continues. There we go. Now, Brendan, how was your day, bro?
Okay. It was a good fucking day, man. It was a good day. I booked my IMAX tickets for Friday for the Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going nice and early on Friday because I don't trust the fucking internet. So I'm going at 10:45 in the morning on Friday.
Okay.
One of the benefits of working for yourself is I can just say fuck off for the day. So I'm doing that.
Okay.
So I booked that today. And I also watched The Harder They Fall on Netflix.
Yes.
Which anybody who has not watched that, go fucking watch that movie. It's a great Western. It flips the genre on its head, and it's got a killer soundtrack, and it's basically Kang versus Heimdall with Domino thrown in there too. It's like the cast on this fucking movie. It's so damn. If you like Westerns, you gotta watch this. No, not just what. If you like good movies, you gotta watch this movie. That's it. So that's how I spent my day. It was fucking wonderful.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to watch it as soon as we get off. I mean, we talked about it earlier today, you know what I mean, amongst other things, but I can't wait to definitely check that out as soon as we get off tonight's stream. Will Foxification, a.k.a. Pretty Boy. What's going on with you, bro? How you doing?
Bro, so happy to be here as always. Leo, I got a beautiful segment for you guys tonight. It's going to be about making informed decisions. I don't want to spoil more than that, but there's definitely going to be some food suggestions in there. So, because I definitely have the best of those, and the chat has definitely made that crystal clear. So, yeah, and I don't mean to target Brendan in these, but I'm gonna target Brendan a little bit.
Bro, why are you doing it? You're only making him famous.
Hey. You come at the king. You best not miss.
I'm not really going to tell you. It's fine. And Leo, by the way, Brendan, I didn't mean to out you when I said that you joined Opticalized Call of Duty. Because Leo
he outed you.
Yeah,
he outed you.
I know.
Oh, he outed you. You know what? Listen. Well, hold up. I knew it. You got outed, bro. You got outed.
I had no idea, dude.
You got outed. Listen. Okay, so everybody who watched the show on Monday night, we talked about the Eternals. It was the history of the Eternals. Okay.
Yeah.
So Brendan was like, I'm getting tired, man. I got to wake up in the morning and I got a show to shoot. I got some videos to shoot and stuff like that. I was like, all right, cool. I understand that. Cool. You're tired. You know, I get it.
Wrong. Rewind the tape, and you will see that the reason I said I had to go was because I had to break down all my camera gear and put all my batteries on chargers because I had a shoot. Not that I was tired, that I had to charge everything before I went to sleep that night so that it was ready for me to go in the morning. I never said I was going to bed. I was up until like 1 o'clock that night.
Excuses.
Yeah, he joined Optical Nice game, dude.
Excuses.
We still lost. So.
Excuses. Anyway, yesterday
just you don't get to play your PS5 just because it's sitting in the corner all lonely there. Like don't put that on me.
Hey, I'm a busy man. I can't help it. Sorry about that. Anyway, what was you continue on? You outed him. He did out you though.
Accidentally.
Bro. He snitched
There was
on you.
nothing to out. I wasn't hiding it. You fucking know my PlayStation. We're friends on PlayStation Network. You can see what I'm on. I'm not fucking hiding it.
I can only see that shit when my PlayStation 5 is turned on, man.
Yeah, it's true. Which is
it wasn't turned
Whose
on.
fault is that?
Yeah.
Cry me a river and build me a
layout,
fucking bridge across it.
I am riding high because there's the rumor that Pennywise is going to come out before Friday. So we'll see. Could be tonight while we stream. If it happens tonight, I'll walk off and I'll just call it a night.
So wait a minute. Who else on this panel?
Does, just so we can fucking move on from this.
I will never move on.
Nonsense.
Yo, you know what? I can finally say this on this show. I don't have to keep on saying brother cousins because I found out your boy's real name. Can I say it?
Go for it, man.
Julian.
Geraldo.
Julian, my man Julian, bro.
I took it.
Julian, aka Lando in modern times, bro. Yo, did you get Pennywise too, bro?
I'm going to get it as soon as it drops.
Yeah,
as soon as it drops. I'm with you on that, Will.
Yeah, there we go.
You have won as the replacement for Will.
John's gonna get it too. John's gonna get it too.
So Will, you're not by yourself, bro.
Nah, bro. I've never been alone. People Justin and Brandon just think I am, but I'm not alone.
You are not by yourself.
The
women
buy another Pennywise, you're gonna be alone for the rest of your fucking life.
I'm buying two, so it could be 2 lifetimes.
Oh, shit.
Hey. No. Will is riding pretty high right now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, right. Lael knows about my my dates, my date history.
Yes, he is riding pretty high right now, I must say.
I filled him in, so.
Beanie off to you, my guy.
Thanks,
so
bro.
you doing your thing.
Just like you fill them up when you take them out of the closet?
Something like that. You just pump the air into it, bro, and then you unpump it and put it back.
Son of a bitch. Anyway, Julian, a.k.a. Brother Cousins, a.k.a. Lando Calrissian in modern times, bro. What's going yo, John, I'm telling you, he got the curly hair just like Lando, bro.
Yeah, bro.
He's a pimp. He's a pimp, bro.
That's
a pimp.
Pimping is in the blood. You know,
He's
telltale sign of a pimp.
He's a pimp, bro. Telltale sign. When you got the juices and berries, it's telltale signs of a pimp. Anyway, bro, what's going on with you, man?
Man, nothing much, man. Just happy to be here tonight. Thank you for inviting me. Love it. Love to be here. Love to talk about this topic that we're gonna be talking about tonight. Oh man, I'm ready.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a crazy topic tonight, man. I cannot wait. And we got the one and only Iron Logan himself. John is in the building now. Ladies, hold your panties.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, put your drink in the air. Put that candle on, because I'm about to introduce you to one of the smoothest cats that ever graced the channel. John,
oh man,
what's going on with you, boy? How you doing, man?
Wait, let me put on some Al Green.
Hold on. John, before you talk, Brandon, put that Al Green on, bro.
You get
your monetization will be gone.
Exactly. Go ahead, bro.
Oh,
John,
man.
what's up, man? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, mate. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. I've been a big fan of the show for ages, so I'm so happy to be here. Will, I'm not trying to take your mantle, mate. I'm not trying to take it at all. You're the smooth winner on here for sure. I think my wife would disagree with you. My wife.
I'm happy to pass the mantle, man. Ladies will be swinging their panties in the chat like Petey Pablo, bro.
Oh, no.
That shit will be like swinging around like a helicopter. Dude, do you remember? People remember that?
The actual fuck?
Yeah.
You remember
Oh,
that
I do remember
shit? That shit was fire at the time. Like when I was in middle school, Petey Pablo was the shit. Okay.
Yeah, he was, bro.
He was.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
He was in Drumline too. He was in Drumline.
Nice.
Yo, we just started the damn show, man.
I know.
Yo,
Gonna
come
be one of
on,
those
man.
nights.
Oh man.
Anyway,
No, yeah, just happy to be here, mate. Really happy. Looking forward to join the conversation. So thank
Definitely,
I had no
man.
idea what he joined in on.
yo, I'm glad to have you. Anyway, I'm gonna adjust the chat real quick because we got
Leo,
everybody here.
before you do that, since apparently, even though there was nothing to out, I feel like Will has supposedly outed me. I just want to point out that I was actually honest on Monday Night Show. Will, I don't know if you tuned in at any point.
I think
But
I
that-
did, yeah.
While we were playing Call of Duty, because you and Optical would do your own like PSN like voice chat,
Ryan,
and
son
we
of
were
a
on
bitch.
Ryan's Discord. We were listening
Excuses.
to and watching your stream
Yeah, he
the
is
whole time. So when you're like trying to hide in the prop
crying.
hunt game and you're like, I'm a fucking pumpkin and they're never gonna find me because I'm in this corner over here. We're like, well,
You
okay,
just
he's
watched
over
my
there. So
stream
we're
and
just,
found me.
the whole fucking time we're just directing each other based on the descriptions that
Everybody
you're
out in the
providing
chat.
in your live
Right.
stream.
This
And it's funny we did not realize that Leo
ditched
until
my
after the
show.
game was over. Optical was like, wait, they could have just watched our stream, and I was like, yeah,
could've
they
just watched
did.
the stream, but this
We
motherfucker
100%. I was in your chat
ditched
though.
Yeah,
the
right.
It
show.
wasn't like fucking
to go
rocket
play Call
science.
of Duty.
Like, you don't need an advanced degree to figure this
Do you
out,
realize
Dr.
that?
Will.
I had a
was in
really
your
good
chat
hiding spot,
talking
though.
to you.
People-
I had a really good
people
hiding spot.
in the chat, this motherfucker ditched the show to go play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Hey,
Fake news.
There's no such thing as fake news.
anyway, glad to have everybody on board.
Damn the
Again,
lies.
let me address the chat. Shout out the big collector in the building.
Wait,
Shout
Leo,
out
just
to
wonder- No, I'm just fucking.
No. Shout out to Latoya T. Actually, congrats to the Queen
Yes.
today. There was an
Congratulations.
unveiling of her mural. She was actually featured in a mural on the side of a building. We actually had the ribbon cutting today. They used her likeness as it was for the very important message here in the city. So, I mean, it's a huge mural. I'll probably put a picture up like more towards the end of the show so y'all can see what it looks like. But it was an honor to basically be there to see her, see the unveiling, for her to get her flowers and just congratulate. She is an official part of this city's development. So yes, I mean it's it was a wonder to see. So congratulations to my lady, my queen. I love you, and I'm so glad to see something like that take place and to be a part of it. And it's funny because it's full circle because the guy who painted the mural happens to be my cousin. So
Hell yeah.
hell yeah, man. It was such an amazing experience. So I was happy to actually see that. But anyway, let's get to this show
Do we
tonight,
need an
man.
applause, Leo?
Yes, give us applause. Applause,
Toya,
applause.
Queen Toya.
Yes, applause,
See, Brendan, I
applause.
use the drop at the good times. I know how to use it.
That's literally the only time you've ever used it where it was okay. Literally
So-
the only time.
Anyway, we got Philip the Fool in the building, Joey Dawes in the building, Damon Zapp is in the building. Thank you for being here. S Beam, Louis Labitz, Kiwi Collectors in the building, Mark's Chats. We have Max Geekdom in the building, Louis Labitz, Blue Tattoo, Angel is in the building. We have brothers, cousins saying what's up to everybody. Philip the Fool, Will Fox Vacation doing the same damn thing. Chess Verdin, Luminar 843 is in the building. Who else we have here? Funky Cold Santa. Man, I love that name. So glad he's here today. Wanda Quinn is here. Is it Jazzy? Jay-Z is in the building. We have Tobar. We have, let's see here. Who else is here? The Docinator 3. Let's see here. Doc Smizzle is here tonight. Pedro Lopez is in the building. Let's see who else we have here. I think we're going down the line here. We got so many people always in the chat. Joey, it's my man Joe Mama. 007 is in the building. Thank you for coming through. Pablo Meza is here in the building. Mark's chat's already said that. Let's see who else we have. Oh, super chat by Big Collector 2. $2 super chat. Thank you for that. He says, hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? So glad to have you here. Yeah, man, we got a Luminar 843. I said that. I think I said that. We got 6 scale reviews in the building. Thank you, you boys, for coming through. Always a pleasure. Let's see who else we got. We got quite a few people here, man. With that being said, I do want to kind of really quick before we actually jump in. Okay. And like I said, it's always a message, but it's just sad that we got it. Also, Daryl Smith Jr. is in the building too. Mark Hansen's in the building, so thank you for coming through.
I thought
Benny
you were about to say Daryl Strawberry.
Gregerson.
Fuck, that's awesome.
No, that'd have been dope. But anyway, real quick before we jump into everything, again, I always want to actually, just stress that. Again, this is a community where we can all fellowship. We can come together and talk about the things that we love. This is no place for bullying on any platform, at all. If someone loves something, there's no reason for you to challenge them. You can't challenge them about how many figures they own, say that they don't collect just because they're here, or he's not a collector.
Don't be a fucking asshole. Just
exactly.
Seriously, don't be a fucking and you know who you are.
Yes.
So stop being a fucking asshole.
Yes. I'll say that right off the back. Stop being a complete asshole. Everyone is welcome here on this show. No matter if you even if you are not a collector, that doesn't mean you don't have a space in this community. Even if you just want to hear the content, even if it's encouraging, you are always welcome here in this space. This is no space for bullying, no space for challenging anyone or even trying to damage someone's integrity because of your own evil intent. Okay, so I just want to say that right off the back. You are all welcome. You know who you are and you know what you're doing. There's no place for that here, okay? Because we're not having it. So anyway, this is a fellowship where we are all brothers. It's the holiday season. I love everybody on this chat. John, you too, bro. I just met you, but I know you cool as shit. So I'm so glad to have you here, man. But anyway, let's jump on in, man.
I'm reserving judgment until a little bit later, but you're doing well so far.
Fair enough. Thanks.
It's the accent, bro. You're killing it.
Yeah, you are killing it right now, bro. Straight up. Anyway, I want to jump into something real quick because we didn't really get a chance to talk about this the other night. I kind of want to talk about it now, since it is a space to really talk about it. I'm just going to pull it up here real quick because I just feel the need. I didn't really get everyone's, we didn't really get everyone's opinion on this. What the heck is that? Anyway. Yeah, we didn't get anybody's opinion, and I wanted to hear what you guys thought about it, because it was just one of those things where it just came out of nowhere, and it was announced.
I love when Lael's looking around like it looks like he's just being distracted by shiny objects.
I am being super distracted right now because something just popped up on the screen that I just didn't want to be there. But anyway,
hey, you gotta close those windows and clear your browser history before Toya sees that.
This right here is what I wanted to actually talk about. The Morbius trailer, which was basically released, what was that, yesterday, I believe?
Yeah. Yep.
So we got a chance to see the Morbius trailer yesterday.
Hi, Carlos.
Here's the thing. I don't know whatever. Oh, yeah, super chat by Carlos, $9, $10 super chat. He said, just wanted to say hello. How you doing, bro? Thank you for coming through.
Oh, wait, is that Carlos? Is that Peruvian Wang, Carlos?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
If that is, he was in our Discord and playing Call of Duty with Ryan and I the other night when I did not bail on a fucking stream, by the way.
Anyway,
his name is Peruvian Wang.
Okay.
That tickled my fancy. I thought that was funny.
Back to this though. I want to get everybody's opinion because, like I said, I loved this trailer. I loved it. And the thing is, it was, even though we got like the first trailer, over a year ago or so, but this trailer to me was incredible. I mean, I loved everything about it. If you guys haven't seen it, get on and see it now. But my question is for the panel, man. Brother Cousins, did you see this, bro? Did you see the trailer?
Yeah, man. You know what? I like it a lot. I can't wait to see it. I like what they showed the first version of the trailer a year ago. I do feel, I know it's by the same studio and whatnot, but damn, it does kind of, it's like the same thing with with Venom. You got the villain being kind of the hero, but the anti-hero, and it's like I like it, but then at the same time, it's like I've seen this shit before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do like what I see.
So you're cautious about whether or not you want to like it or not.
Yeah, to be honest, exactly. That's where I'm kind of cautious, but I do like what I'm seeing. And the
Okay.
fact that they can bring all this together. I mean, he just shouts out Venom right in the trailer. So, they ain't even trying to hide it. Like, yeah, this is kind of like, the same universe. It's kind of that same type of Venom vibe. But I do think that I'm pretty sure, I will bet folding money that this is going to be way better than any of the Venom movies.
All right. I feel you on that, man. Will, did you see this trailer, bro?
I did, man. I did. And I think I'm mostly with Brother Cousins here. I'm cautiously optimistic about it. I really like the trailer. It's a Sony film, so it could be a mixed bag. Like I feel like it could be pretty good or it could be really bad. I like the trailer, but if I were a betting man, I had to make a prediction, I don't think this is going to turn out well. But I'd like the trailer. Like, it looks good, but just based on what I think is probably going to end up happening, they're probably showing the best parts. It's a Sony film, so some of them turn out pretty good. Like, I like Venom 2. Venom 1, not so much, but like it might, to me, I think it's going to be like, it's probably going to be like an okay film at best for me. Like, I don't think this is going to be great. I just don't foresee that, but it's possible. It definitely looks dark and it looks different. It's taking like Brother Cousins right. They are taking sort of an anti-hero type character and making him the hero, so to speak, or the protagonist, right? So that's it's not exactly like groundbreaking, but it's definitely something different, compared to what we get with other MCU films and things like that, right? So they obviously teased a lot of Spider-Man stuff in there, so that could be something that leads to something a little more exciting. But it looks cool. I mean, the visuals look cool. I think Jared Leto is a fantastic actor. He really got a bad rap for the Joker. He wasn't great.
Absolutely.
But in Snyder Cut, he was. So maybe it was just the direction. Who knows? So, but it looks good. And I was just looking at it before you guys were introducing it, and I was looking at the director and what he's done so far, and just I don't see anything that I've personally seen before. So I can't say too much about his credentials, or so I don't know. Like a new director like that makes me a little bit nervous in terms of big box office films. You never know what you're going to get with like a first time big budget film director, but it's Morbius. It's not like Iron Man or something where it has like an established following, among the masses at least. Maybe among comic readers, sure, but it looks good. But again, cautiously optimistic. If I were a betting man though, I just have a feeling that I don't think it's going to end up well. But we'll find out, I guess. Maybe I'm just pessimistic.
One thing one side note I want to pull in, and I was just thinking about this, looking at this picture. This does make me want to see Blade. And I know,
yes.
Oh yeah.
I hope we get something with that. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That you're right on that, bro. Whenever, I mean, hopefully we have the director, we have the writer, so it's just about whenever it's actually it comes into fruition. But I do think it's going to be really decent. John, did you see this trailer, bro? What you think, man?
Yeah, much like the guys, I'm really optimistic. But for me, there's a few things. Like, I want to know the runtime, because I do like a longer movie with more story to tell and a bit of build up. I don't want them to rush it, not for an origin story. So I want to see it take its time and actually explore the character and not just rush into action and throw in Spider-Man and Venom to try and get more people to go and see it. That's what I worry about with Sony, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I like Jared Leto. I think he's a great actor. He's been in some really good things. And back to the Suicide Squad thing, I think he got a ton of footage cut out, right? So you really don't know what
a lot.
Yeah.
And David Ayer is a good director. I mean, I like a lot of his movies, so that was very disappointing. I would like to see an Ayer cut just to see if it's any better. But chances of that probably not. So I'm optimistic. I think he looks cool. The footage looks good. They've got a lot of the pieces there. I just hope they don't try and market it off Spider-Man and Venom to make it what it's not, and just give him a chance to be his own thing and see what happens. But you never know.
Yeah. No, that's it. You're right. You're definitely right on that one, man. We just have to see where it goes. Mr. Butt Naked Assassin himself, bro. What did you think of this, man?
Yeah, it's there. It's a thing. No, I mean, I said this. We talked about this on another stream, and I said I have zero hype for this. Just because of that pile of doo-doo stew that Sony just shoved down my throat and with Let There Be Carnage. If if it turns out to be good, I will be very happy. But I'm not getting my hopes up because I've done that song and dance already. And just the way they absolutely wasted a character like Cletus Cassidy in Venom, Let There Be Carnage. That really just rubbed me the wrong way. I think it just it's indicative of what worries me overall about Sony and these movies is that Marvel is building this massive interconnected multiverse and is really taking care to develop characters in their own corners. And I mean, look how many movies we got before we got the first Avengers movie, right? They're not cranking out an Avengers movie every other year. They're building to these things and they're weaving them in through the Disney Plus shows. And we're seeing how people like Yelena and is going to be woven into Hawkeye and is then going to, the stories that they're going to tell. I feel like Sony is basically like, well, we've had the rights to Spider-Man forever, and we've done a few iterations of Spider-Man. Now let's try and copy what Marvel is doing. What characters do we have the license to because of our existing Spider-Man deal? Okay, so yeah, let's make a Morbius movie, or like they're talking about making a fucking Madam Web movie. All right, when like literally nobody was asking for that. Okay, and so that's the vibe that I'm getting from Sony. It's like we're just gonna pick whatever characters we have access to through our deal with Marvel, and we're going to try and use those to throw them together and build some sort of connected universe. And that just doesn't instill a lot of confidence in me because it's not coming from a love of the material. It's not coming from, we've got an amazing idea. It's coming from, well, these are the ingredients. What meal can we make that people will eat? That doesn't instill confidence in me. As far as this trailer goes, I think Morbius looks really cool. There was only one scene in it that was a little suspect to me in terms of the CG looking a little wonky, and that was when he's like flying / gliding like away from the subway train. That one looked a little to me. The rest of it looked fine, but again, there's a reason why certain people like make a career out of cutting trailers. Is because you can make a shitty movie look amazing in a trailer. It's about where's the meat on the bone, what's there once we actually get to the theater, and the rest of the CG in the movie is that like, did we see the best of what they have to offer in this trailer, and then we get there and sit in the movie theater for 2 hours and we're like, oh shit, it's Let There Be Carnage again. It's brutal. I have nothing against Jared Leto. I think he's a really good actor. I do agree that, David Ayer is a great filmmaker, that I think, the studio just butchered his film. And I'm sure there was a lot more there of his Joker, with Jared Leto. And so it's not the casting, although Tyrese just seems really out of place in this. I'm not going to lie. Like that. I don't know. Maybe it's because of his public like crying fits lately. It just seems weird to me.
Been doing that for a while. Yeah.
But
He's been doing it for a while.
Like honestly, I have difficulty seeing him in anything but a Fast and Furious movie. Like presently, I didn't used to have that, but now that's just, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. He just seems out of place in a Morbius film. But yeah, this is the kind of character that if it was on a Disney Plus thing, and we, and that's the other thing, we're going to see other characters that aren't necessarily exactly this, but are in that sphere, like obviously Blade, like Moon Knight. And so I just know that both of those properties are going to be so much better when we see them on the screen than whatever we get here, that it has me starting from a low expectation point already. I hope that I'm pleasantly surprised. I don't think I will be though.
I don't know. We'll definitely have to see.
It doesn't seem like it seems like they're trying to pay fan service to all these different like universes and iterations too. Like there are Easter eggs that make it seem like it's in the Amazing Spider-Man films universe. Then there are Easter eggs that are making it seem like it's in the Sam Raimi movies, you know, Spider-Verse. Then the ones that are making it, you know, in this new Venom kind of thing. It's like I think they're just trying to do too many things to try and cram in a bunch of Easter eggs in that. And I don't think any of those are really going to come together.
Yeah, Sony's just trying to play at that level, aren't they? They're trying to be the Marvel level, but they're not there. Like,
yeah, they're just not.
See,
They don't
make
have
a
that
good movie.
infrastructure.
See, here's my thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna I'm trying to look at it from the most optimistic standpoint. And I'm just using it this way.
The world needs dreamers.
I get this, but here's my thing. They may realize that, okay, if you can't beat them, take a totally different approach. Now, we've gotten the MCU that focuses purely on, you know, the hero aspect. We've had, you know, minimum influence of really effective villains. Thanos. We're looking at, you know, possibly now, well, not possibly now. We know we're actually going to get Kang the Conqueror. You know what I mean? But valid villains that we can say, you know, can stand the test of time and will be talked about. Now, the thing is, of course, we know that, you know, Marvel is just, you know, playing, you know, really nice with Sony when it comes to Spider-Man, and they have this agreement with them. We know that. Sony knows that they have to basically hold on to that IP because that's the only thing that they really, really have that's keeping them, you know, basically in that playing field. Yeah. So we already know that Tom Holland's contract only consists of one single film that he was actually going to do, which is this one. And then on top of that, there's of course, an Avenger level film where he can make an appearance in. Now, I already know that he'll possibly make an appearance in the Multiverse of Madness and then another Avengers film. But we know that in the long run, and from us looking at it, he's going back to Sony, plain and simple. That character is, unless there's something miraculous, he's going back to Sony. So what I think that they're doing right now is they're developing all these villains. And on top of that, Morbius is an, you know, anti-hero. He, you know, isn't really as vilified as everybody else. You know what I mean? In that universe. You know, so that's something totally different. And I like the simple fact that for him, we're seeing this character on screen. And on top of that, I want Jared Leto to get a win when it comes to playing a superhero character. I want that win for him because he deserves it. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. He's an amazing actor. He puts his all into every role that he portrays. And I want him to have this particular win. If Sony's going to do it, I hope they do it right. Because I'm going to tell you, they need a win. Because I'm telling you, that Venom, Let There Be Carnage, was blasphemy, bro, on screen. It was terrible. And there might be people who really loved it. It was terrible. But again, they need a win, and I hope they get a win with this film. Because they really need it.
If you fuck up Jared Leto is a phenomenal actor. Like there's a movie on Netflix that he did a couple years back, The Outsider. Yep. That's like shortly after like World War II in Japan, and said that he is phenomenal in that, just ice cold. Like this dude, he's a good actor. Dallas
Buyers Club.
Dallas Buyers Club is the best
exactly.
Ever done, in my opinion.
When you have him in this role, he's a great actor to be in this role. And really, it's an opportunity to bring Morbius, a character that not a ton of people really know that much about. And Max's Geekdom mentioned something, and he said, you know, he thought a similar thing about Iron Man when they announced, you know, Iron Man was going to be a movie. It's a little bit different, though. That's a little bit kind of apples and oranges because Iron Man is still a founding member of the Avengers. All right, so he still had a long history in Marvel Comics. Marvel Comics in general were kind of at a like almost dead at that point. It wasn't just Iron Man. But yeah, he was more kind of B tier in terms of those, you know, like Spider-Man and X-Men and stuff like that. But that movie came about because Marvel decided, all right, well, we do want to try and make our own movies. And Jon Favreau had a great idea for Iron Man, and that's what he came into them and got Marvel excited about making that film. That's how that happened. Morbius is a far lesser known character, which I think presents some opportunities. I'm just saying if it was Marvel that was saying, okay, we're going to do that, like Marvel, I never thought they were going to make a Moon Knight show. I never thought we were going to see Kamala Khan as Ms. Marvel in a in a Disney Plus series or in a movie or anything like that. So Marvel has all the top tier, and they could just stick with that, but they're expanding out into these other ones because they realize that there's so much storytelling opportunity there to bring people in. I don't think that's the motivation here with Sony. I think they're like, oh shit, they're making a ton of money over there doing this. Yeah. Let's try and do that too with the characters that we have and just make it work. Yeah. The motivations are different there.
If they can make it work, as long as they can make it work, that's cool. But we'll see. But yeah, I mean, look, everybody in the chat, tell me your thoughts. Let me know what you basically think when it comes to. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
As long as you're going to agree with me, though.
I'm definitely agreeing with you.
Okay, there we go.
No,
the floor is yours.
I'm done.
Well, I think back to when Marvel did Iron Man, right, and Hulk. They took a chance, and they were willing to fail to start building, right. I don't think Sony's thinking from that position. Sony seem to be making it from a place of fear. Like, surely they have the funds to take their time and trust that the audience wants to see it be built. They seem to be rushing to just get the cash grab. Just being that they're not willing to take a chance and fail because they want to put everything in there to make it successful now.
Yeah.
I don't think they can build it like how Marvel did, because they were willing to fail by taking the chance to build it up. And I think that's the big difference. Is Sony, I don't think, are ever going to be thinking like that, because as always, it comes down to business, right? Someone in their job needs to keep themselves relevant. They need to provide results to keep their job, probably. So we need cash, we need success. Now they're not willing to fail like Marvel did, and I think they'll never be that until they come from that angle. You got to be willing to take a chance and do something different. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and they know that like a Spider-Man movie is going to make money. Even if they make a bad one, people are still going to risk it. They're still going to go to the theaters. But a Spider-Man movie made by Sony jointly with Marvel, when their Spider-Man is part of the larger MCU and all the success that's enjoying, that solo Spider-Man movie is going to make more money than if it was Spider-Man. This Spider-Man is Sony's and is completely separate from the MCU and not attached to anything else that has this constant hype machine going. That separate Spider-Man does not make as much money as if it's connected to the MCU, and Sony knows that. So that's why this is a massively beneficial thing for them, and they're trying to kind of build their own corner with the Morbius and the Venoms and stuff like that and link them to Spider-Man so that they kind of get some of that MCU juice. And I just think it's the wrong way to do it.
We'll see what happens.
Just take a chance and build it up.
Let me actually go into these super chats real quick. We have Toya T, my baby, coming through with $1.99 with the eyes and the smiley face. I know what they're talking about. She's funny. We have Big Collector with the $2 super chat. I so hope someone makes a figure of this guy. Me too. It'd be interesting. It's something different. We have Kiwi cool Collector in the building, $10. Dude, Morbius looks fantastic. A breath of fresh air from Marvel. And if the rumors are true with a certain cameo in Moon Knight, perhaps. Oh yeah, you're right. Mahershala Blade is going to be could pop up in here too. So we'll see. It'd be decent to see something like that.
If we get a Morbius figure, you got to have blood in the fangs, though. You got to keep that in.
Right.
Yeah, cool. definitely. We got to keep that. And we got a $4.99 super chat. I read that Tom Holland is asking for $20 million per movie to keep him as Spider-Man. I'm sure Sony would play. They probably would.
Yeah. Get your money, dude. Get your money.
Yeah.
I think what's his name? Robert Downey was getting like 50. So I mean, that's what I always heard.
If your movie's gonna pull in almost like $1 billion, they can afford to pay the star that it's built around $20 million. Absolutely.
Well, normally what happens is in non-COVID times they would get a cut of the ticket sales, which would be really lucrative for them. But now that's not
Different
as
world,
much of it's not much of a bank,
Definitely. So, all right. So basically, the theme of tonight's show. Okay, like I said, I started with the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I want to basically talk about just a couple of things straight off the top for this first segment. Now, this first segment, I actually just thought about it a little bit. I'm like, okay, what would be interesting? So, the first segment is worth the hype or overpriced. So that's what it's called. Worth the hype, or is it overpriced? And we saw a bit of this. Now, before we kind of jump full head into that, I want to bring up a piece that or a figure that was pretty much released, or we got the prototype of it, and I think this looks pretty good. I mean, I don't know what everybody else thinks. We didn't get a chance to really discuss it on tonight's or on any other show, but I wanted to kind of bring it to the forefront on this show because I think this thing looks decent for what it is. It's Mr. Dots from Thunder Toys. I'm all in for like just things that are just completely different. On top of that, it's a Suicide Squad figure that I really didn't think that we would get anywhere. You know what I mean? So to see the simple fact that we are getting something like this, I don't know. I mean, I like it. You know, I just want to see how anybody else feels about it. John, how do you feel about this figure, bro?
I think it looks all right. Yeah, I think it looks okay. I mean, for me, it's probably not something I'm going to add. But I do agree with you. I think it's good that they're doing different characters. I think, I want to see more characters. I like to see all characters if we could get to that point one day. So I think the sculpt looks okay. The body would be interesting to see what type of body they use. Although it is fabric, so it should be all right for posing and things like that, depending how good the joints are and everything. Yeah, I think it's great. I just, give us the other characters.
They
the other characters.
They definitely need to give us the other characters, man. Because it just makes perfectly good sense. And I think, for what I see basically as a price, for this particular figure, it's not that expensive. I mean, it's only like what?
What's the price?
$190, right?
It's $187. There's also like I think there's the deluxe version, and then there's another version for $158.
Yeah, 1/6 Kid has the deluxe for $180 shipped. And he's very reliable. I bought from him a bunch. So $180 shipped, not bad.
What does the deluxe come with?
Deluxe comes with it comes with 2 heads. It has, all like I think it has the different accessories as far and it comes with the cat. Yeah. So it has like the bubble effect, or actually the dots effects on his arm, which I think is genius. The backpack, and it comes with the cat, so it gives you a bit more than what the regular version was. So you're better off getting the deluxe version.
Yeah, that's not a bad price.
No, it's not a bad price. I think it's really decent. Brother Cousins, what you think about this piece, bro?
Oh,
no. Julian, what do you think about this piece, bro?
Julian the Pimp.
Oh man, that's weird. No, it's you know what? I like it. I really like it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get this piece myself. But I like it for what it is. I think the deluxe version. I mean, if you're a big fan, get the deluxe. I'm always like get the deluxe. Because I'm a little confused. I know the deluxe version comes with the cat, and I do remember him having like in the comics him having a cat and everything. But did we see that in the movie?
No.
I didn't think so. Right.
Now there was rumor that what happened was, and the reason why we see the cat is because I guess he adopted or picked up a stray or something like that. And that's one of the reasons why we see that cat as an accessory with the figure. So, I mean, it could be, but I do remember in the comics, he did actually have a cat. It was a cat that he basically saved. And it's because of his personality. He wanted to have a sense of, something that was familiar. He can call family, something he can connect to. So it was a cat that he did have. Even though he did some grimy stuff, but anyway, but nah, I mean, I don't know. It looks like a really really decent piece. What you think?
I think it's
decent.
Decent for the price and everything. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like 160, 185, and they're giving you 3 different versions of it.
Yeah.
Pick your pick your poison.
I like, and keep in mind that the only Suicide Squad member we've seen besides him, is King Shark. That's it. You know what I mean? And that's, with the power pose. So pretty much that's the only thing. So if you're getting King Shark, you can definitely get him as a companion piece for right now if we see any other releases. So what you think about this piece, bro?
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't go so far as to say that it's overhyped or anything, because I do feel like it's a solid figure. I pretty much agree with Brother Cousins and John here that it's like good. I think it's good. I don't think the face sculpt is spot on or anything like that, but it's a third-party unlicensed $180 figure, so I don't know if we're all expecting it to be. With the goggles on, it looks pretty good. Like, I think this figure looks pretty solid. I think with this one, though, you kind of have to go deluxe because the deluxe comes with the energy effect where the standard does not. So you kind of need that. I mean, it's kind of like this pose right here. I feel like it's a make or break factor for the figure. Without that, it just doesn't look as cool. And you get the second sculpt too with sort of the polka dots on his face and everything. That's a pretty cool extra sculpt. I mean, if you're going to get an extra one, that's probably the one that's going to be worth it because you can do so much with that. So for me, I'm not going to get this as much as I love the Suicide Squad. I thought it was fantastic, one of the best films of the year, but and I really like Polka Dot Man. I don't feel like this figure is like super high quality like a Hot Toys would be, where I would want to pick it up and put it in my collection. Despite the fact that I really enjoyed Polka Dot Man and I love the film, but I wouldn't say it's overpriced. I think this is pretty fair for what you get. Like 1/6 kit, 180 shipped. I mean, I've always bought from 1/6 kit. He's been great. 180 shipped. I mean, that's pretty good. It's with 2 head sculpts and an energy effect and a simple outfit, but there's some color and some stuff going on. So. It's a solid figure. I think it's a solid release. I'll say that it's somewhere in the middle. It's not overhyped. It's not overpriced, but it's good. I'm not getting it, but I can see the value in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brendan, what you think about this piece, bro?
Break out the winter coats, man. Hell is frozen over because I fucking agree with Will.
Isn't that twice tonight? You agree with me on something else too.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I think I might be coming down with something.
Yeah, I know.
I you know what? Maybe I'm just feeling early side effects. I did get my COVID booster today.
That's what it is.
So it might. I might. I might just have a touch of the vid. I don't know. No, I think. This is, I wouldn't say it's overpriced for me in that I wouldn't buy this for $50. That's not because I think it's bad. It's just, it's not a character that I feel to have in my collection, like that I need to have in my collection. I enjoyed his role in the movie. But yeah, it's just, it's not something that I need. I don't think the head sculpt is all that great, but for a third party and a character that, you're probably never going to see again on screen and wasn't like a major character that anybody even really was thinking of when the movie was announced. Like people were like, really, the Polka Dot Man is in this? Like most people don't even know who he was. So for that kind of character, I think the head sculpt is passable. With these kind of things, I always wonder, like, how good is it really going to look in hand? Just because it's a very, very simple design, but sometimes when it's so simple, it might in hand look cheap. Like that's what I'm worried about. Like the polka dots just look like these kind of cheesy painted circles randomly on his, his clothing, and it doesn't really feel like what it's supposed to be, that they're actual polka dots that can go, you know what I mean? I don't know how you really do that figure well, but I applaud them for at least trying. And again, even if I'm not going to get something like this, I wouldn't say it's overpriced or overhyped because somebody else might just fucking love this character and be like, yes, absolutely, I want that, and $180 for a character that you love, not overpriced at all. So for people who want it, go for it. I'm just glad that it exists, even though I'm not going to get it, because that gives hope for other figures, from these third-party companies and Hot Toys to look at it and be like, well, damn, other people are going to be making these. So if we're, only going to stick with King Shark, well, somebody else is going to make Bloodsport, and somebody else is going to make that the Harleys and the red dress and in the red and black. Somebody else is going to make Peacemaker, and they're going to give them guns, which we can't because of Warner Brothers. And, so stuff like that. It's like, maybe these kinds of things will motivate them to. DC hasn't really always shown that much love. I mean, Hot Toys hasn't really always shown that much love for the DC licenses. So I don't know if they'd go after third parties like they do when they try and make a Marvel or a Star Wars, IP. But it's not for me, but I'm glad it exists, and I'm sure some people are going to love it.
Okay. Fair assessment. Definitely a fair assessment. So, so we're in agreement that it's not an overly hype type of, whatever.
It's a ballsy move though for a third party to make this character.
Yeah, instead
Out
of
of, like-
Bloodsport or Harley or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, but
strange.
it's just like, and this might just be an easy one for them to produce, like low cost, and like we'll get
Right.
this out there first, and then we'll follow it up with something else that might need a little more production time.
Mhm.
But Hot Toys was never going to make this character, never.
No.
So
Never.
it's a ballsy but smart choice in some ways. So I like it.
Yeah, I know Justin wants it. So there are people out there who really want this polka dot man, but I don't think they're like it's not the masses. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a niche.
It's
character.
6 scale. Justin was going to buy it no matter.
Yeah, that's true. And he loves Suicide Squad, which I think most of us do. But it's a
absolutely.
very, very niche character in a niche film that didn't even perform that well, as much as we all love it. So
That might be, who knows though, because he's such a niche character, and maybe they only make a limited number of them. People buy him up. This thing might be going for like $400 on
Maybe,
the
it's
secondary
possible.
market in 6 months.
if there's enough,
after
if
it releases.
there's enough demand for it, if people look back and say, "Oh, I actually wanted a polka dot man," which I don't know if they're going to do that.
Especially if they
Yeah.
if they follow through and make other characters from the movie, and then people who are
Maybe.
completionists are like, "Oh shit, well, now I get all these others, but I skipped out on Polka Dot Man. Damn it!
Oh.
Who ever thought they would say that sentence? But it could happen."
To me, it's all about Bloodsport, bro. Like Bloodsport is the one.
Yes,
that I want.
I'm hoping
like that's the one.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah,
they've already
come
done one Idris Elba character, so
Right. Hey, I can't believe Hot Toys has not made one. That seems crazy. He's the main character. I mean, he's
At least
the main
him and
character.
you know what?
look.
Honestly, Leo. I think that I think that something that might have something to do with it is if they don't want if Warner Brothers doesn't want them to market figures with guns,
Right.
They might be like, well, we're not going to make Bloodsport or Peacemaker because that's what like everybody wants from them, and if we can't market them the right way, then we're not going to make those characters.
Right. It's fair.
And that
Could
just
be what it is.
torpedoes that whole movie.
We're talking about Hot Toys. We're talking about Bloodsport. I'm not even making any excuses for them. Not when it comes to this character, and not when it comes to. I've already had an argument with ethnicity when it comes to them, so I'm not giving them no benefit of. Nah, I'm not.
Yeah, we're on the same page with that.
I already
not
know
even a
why.
Harley either.
The
Leo.
Peacemaker,
Like,
though.
not even
Peacemaker.
a Harley. They have those.
But you know
sculpts
what? They'll
Yeah,
they'll
I mean-
they'll do a Harley before they'll ever do a Bloodsport, bro. Literally. Like
be
that's just
easier
this.
for them, but
It
yeah.
would be easier for them to do it, but we already know what time it is when it comes to that. So I'm not even. That's a whole different ball game when it comes to that particular character, because we should have had it, and we should have it. But again, it's Hot Toys. One more figure that actually no. We're gonna switch gears from a figure real quick to a statue. This is Will in
okay,
Brendan's
okay.
stadium here. Yeah.
Back to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Justin. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know he loves this statue.
He loves this piece. I absolutely hate it. I really, really do.
Yeah.
There is no resemblance, in my opinion, to Margot Robbie in this.
It looks like your stunt double.
It does. It
Like
looks
where-
exactly like a stunt
Yeah.
double.
It's not
It does
supposed-
not
you
look
know.
like her. This piece, I cannot. And for the price, no. Stop playing. It's definitely not worth the hype, in my opinion.
And also give us more of a dynamic pose. It's a statue.
Yeah.
Like give us something that we can't do with a hot toy without crazy exposed joints or like damage to the body. Like don't just have her standing there. Do something.
Yeah, definitely. Will, what do you think about? I already know what you think, but
Yeah.
I mean, because like I said, this is a segment, worth the hype or overly priced.
Right. Yeah.
What do you
it's-
think, bro?
It's funny, Leo. Like I'm gonna straddle the fence a little bit. I'm gonna say overpriced, but at the same time, I don't think the sculpt is atrocious. Like I don't think it's definitely not J&D. Let's just throw
Yeah.
that out there. Like
Yeah,
in a
exactly.
world where
Oh God,
J&D,
not even close.
you know what I mean? In a world where I don't think the J&D is perfect either, but it's the most perfect. It's the closest to Margot Robbie that I've seen from anything. The Hot Toys is incredible too. The Hot Toys are really, really good. The Suicide Squad one, that one's really great. I just feel like this one it lacks a little bit of the life of Margot Robbie in the role of Harley Quinn. I just feel like it's a very blank stare. It's very simple. I don't mind the pose at all. I differ from you guys a little bit. I think it just depends on the character. Harley is a little bit of an eccentric and lively and agile character. But at the same time, I think this kind of blends in with the other statues they've done from other DC properties. So, museum poses tend to work for these characters. So they do call them the museum master storyline, as you know, was Justin and
That's
I
true.
out.
That's,
so like,
that's
you know,
fair.
in a
That's
museum,
fair.
you kind of get a museum pose anyway from statues, right? So
But
I
Will,
think
don't you think it with a museum pose like that? Don't you think it would have been better if they maybe made a more colorful and dynamic base for her to like be surrounded by?
Maybe they gave her like, you know, the flowers. Maybe the flowers when the flowers were
Yes,
blowing up, like
yes,
something in
that's
the back
actually
like
a good
that.
idea. Yeah,
that would have
absolutely.
been cool. And they even have it in this photo. I mean, like, so it's like something like that would have been kind of cool. Maybe like sort of a backdrop of flowers behind her or something, like they're falling.
Just something to bring it to life.
Cool.
That would have been cool. But yeah, I do think at 1,400, she's a little high. She's a little high. Up there. She's up there. So, because I mean, that's like the price of Sauron. He's a much bigger figure and like much bigger statue. You know, and there's like a lot of the Prime 1 statues tend to be like 1,200. Jon Snow's 1,000. Like, and he comes with the Iron Throne. So I mean, it's just this hardly is. You know.
It's worth noting that this is like there's Prime 1, and then there are the pieces that are Prime 1 and Blitzway.
Right.
And I feel like the ones that are Prime 1 and Blitzway are on a lower tier than the ones that are just solely Prime 1.
Yeah, I don't know though, because the Jon Snow is Prime 1 Blitzway, and so is this, and it has the Iron Throne, and it's like $400 cheaper. So it's maybe that one's just a great value. I don't know.
How's the portrait on that though? I haven't.
It's
seen
really
it.
good. It's really good. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And the Night King, even just the regular Night King, is like I think like 1,000 also, and he comes with the dock and all the ice and everything. Yeah, and like I just think this portrait is okay. I don't think it's awful, but like I said, in a world where J&D and you know if Queen Studios you know tackles a Harley Quinn, then you know I'm sure it'll look great too. Like I just feel like in a world where those companies exist, Prime 1 has to step their game up on these sculpts.
If you say in a world where one more time, then you've got to do the movie trailer voice. You gotta be like,
in a world.
In a world.
But
I agree with you,
in a
Will, but
world where
1,400 should not buy you an okay.
Exactly.
Portrait.
That's my point. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It should not buy. It should buy you something elite,
And then
it doesn't.
shipping.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So I would say overpriced.
What
but
scale is this?
I don't think it's all trash. It's 1/3. I don't think it's all trash. And Jon Snow is 1/4, but at the same time, he comes with the Iron Throne. So, you know,
I think people would have been more forgiving of the head sculpt if it was a more dynamic pose. I mean, if you watch that scene, that's a dynamic scene. There could have been plenty of poses they could have found it out. If you're going to be more dynamic, I think we would forgive the face a little bit more because you might be, oh, that's such a sick pose with a great base. I'm more willing to accept that. But when she's not doing something that's exciting, I think we focus more on the face.
Absolutely.
Right.
So we're more let
fair.
down by. That's my opinion on it.
Well, the
anyway.
sculpt is such a pivotal part of a statue. It's become the thing. Like J&D, the outfits are great, but it's really the sculpts are what really make people go crazy and pay $2,000 for them. It's those sculpts, and that's these Prime 1 has to know that. But you know they got to step their game up on these sculpts because some of their sculpts are really, really good, and some of them like these are okay, and that's not good enough anymore. Like it's a competitive market, very competitive, and you can't.
If you had her
decide good
twirling or something, like if she was twirling, swinging the spear, or like spearing through someone as a thing, like you could have the hair moving around differently and hide the face. I don't know, just make it look.
It's
realize
like they
my
made the
name
portrait
changed.
like off of like a freeze frame on their phone from like a low quality YouTube video. That's what they based the portrait on.
I watched that video layout. I kind of see what you're talking about a little bit.
Bro, y'all
I wish I was married to Scarlett Johansson.
Bro, y'all sound exactly alike, bro. Same one-liners and everything, bro. It's the same quips. Bro. Bro, you do, bro. You do. John, what you think about this piece, bro?
Yeah, look, I love that scene in the movie, and you know, I love Margot Robbie. She's another Aussie, so I always throw support to the Aussies out there. But yeah, like I think the face is okay, but it isn't 100. It isn't 100%. And like I said before, I think I prefer a more dynamic pose. I like to pose things, and museum poses aren't necessarily that exciting. Yes, I'm all about posing. I'll push it to the limits. So if I'm getting a statue, I want something exciting. Like I want it to be a bit better. Yeah, I think, unfortunately. So yeah, it's a bit overpriced for me.
Definitely.
For what it is.
My man, Lando Calrissian in modern times. What you think about this piece, bro?
That, 1,400? Really? 1,400?
Really, bro?
Yeah, $13.99. Yeah.
Jesus.
Down here, that's like $1 million. So
Yeah, in Australia,
Right.
And my thing is with Blitzway, I'm having a tough time with them right now because their head sculpts or portraits I know y'all had that conversation last night. Is they're either spot on, they're either on point, or they're not. It's like night and day. Like, I mean, even with the Blitzway Bill and Ted, I got back here. If you look at what's my dude's name?
I was so excited for those, and I ended up backing out.
I did too. And brother, because I saw the torn elbows, bro. I saw that.
Yeah, I'm pissed off about those. And the thing is about if you look at the Bill one, I forget the actor's name, but if you look at his looks like Bill. But if you look at Keanu Reeves, it looks nothing like. I don't know who that guy is, but it looks good enough. If it's on your shelf, nobody would really.
Meanwhile, they did a good job with the Antonio Banderas one for Mask of Zorro. I have that, and I love that one.
And that's spot on. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They're either on or off,
or just way off. Yeah,
or just way off. And this is way off. I mean, you're right when you say this looks like her stunt double. And
she also looks stoned.
She does.
Yeah, tranquilized. I was just thinking that.
She looks like she's just daydreaming about Funyuns.
And that's not Harley. Here it is. That's not even Harley Quinn's character. Harley Quinn is this wild, dynamic, romantic personality. And this is boring. No.
What the fuck?
No.
What the fuck?
It's true. Like she's like this. She's like
fucking Funyuns though, bro.
Yeah, the sculpt doesn't capture the personality of Harley Quinn that well. I think you broke Lael, Brendan.
You did.
I mean, but like, look at that face right there and tell me that's not like. Come on.
As far as Bill and
Ted
Ted
straight
go,
out of Half Baked.
I was the exact same way, brother cousins. I had them on pre-order and I canceled them because I saw the final product and I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, the Keanu especially, he looks ridiculous.
Yeah. It's completely off.
Funyuns.
No Funyuns.
I don't even think I know what Funyuns are. I gotta look that up.
What? Fucking Funyuns, bro. Funyuns. What? You don't know about Funyuns, bro?
Now that I see the picture, I see the picture though. I've definitely seen them before.
Funyuns, man.
Funyuns are amazing.
I've seen the picture. I don't think I've ever had them though. I got to get them.
You've never had Funyuns?
No, I don't think so. I've seen them before.
I'll tell you what. You know what? You need some energy before. So right before your next date, eat a bag of Funyuns.
My breath will be kicking now. That's some serious.
Take some gum, man. Take some gum.
Women
take
like
some
that
gum.
kind of thing,
Tic Tacs.
Yep.
Take some Tic Tacs, not gum.
Man, Tic Tacs don't do shit.
Bro,
they taste good. The orange ones are good. The white ones.
The orange ones are delicious. Those are candy, though. Those do nothing to freshen your breath.
Have these motherfuckers not seen The Wood, bro?
Have
they not seen The Wood?
I've seen The Wood.
This is a family show. Don't talk about your wood.
Have you not seen The Woods,
it's not
bro?
The morning, bro. It's not
The Wood. The Wood. It's
like 40-year-old virgin. He sits down to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
no, it's Inglewood, California. It's called The Wood. It's with.
The movie. All right,
yes.
I got you. I know what you mean.
The
now.
movie's good.
Tic
I watched it when I was
bro.
younger.
Tic Tacs. You suck. You don't
Tic
chew.
Tacs is still bullshit.
Man, please. They're stronger than gum. With a piece of gum, it lasts longer, boy. Anyway, Brendan, what do you think about this piece, man? Put the fucking soda down and talk.
Now, I'm drinking fucking Mountain Dew. Now I really do want Funyuns.
Fucking Funyuns, bro. It's the
second
time. That's the second time on the show you mentioned Funyuns, bro. You got a Funyuns fucking fit, bro.
He's got an addiction,
good,
bro.
dude.
We gotta get him help.
We gotta get him some fucking Funyuns, bro. I'm gonna send him a whole fucking bag, man.
No. See, you know what? I mentioned Funyuns twice. I had to listen to you and Will talk about Optical beating his meat for like 6 months. Okay, so you
can never get enough of that.
Fucking dead horse. Okay, all right, yeah.
Beat the feet. You remember Beat the Feet? That was also a good one.
Well, I'm gonna drive to Maryland and I'm gonna fucking murder you.
Beat the meat, baby.
Look, this is for $1,400. No, this is honestly, again, and I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm saying this is like a $600 sideshow statue to me.
Absolutely.
Where it's it's straddling the line between the actor likeness and like a comic version of them, and it's maybe close enough to one side or the other that you like that you're willing to be like, all right, $600, I'll do that. And I'm not like that by no means like I'm not throwing shade at Sideshow for that. I have some Sideshow statues. I've got 2 Daredevil ones here that I absolutely love. All right. I think it's good that, to me, Sideshow fills that niche. I think they're trying to start charging a little bit more for some pieces that aren't quite worth it, just like I think this one isn't quite worth that 1,400. Right. Yeah. But I think it's good to have companies in there that are making stuff that you're still like, I really like this for like $500 or $600, and I don't want to spend 1,400 or 1,500 on something else. I think that's what this looks like. This looks like for $500 or $600, I'd say, you know what, that's actually a good value. For 1,400, no. I personally can't see it. If other people like it, you do you. Absolutely. Congratulations.
If the sculpt was there, I'd be fine with it. But, if it were like a J&D level sculpt, better, I'd be fine with the 1,400.
Exactly. But when you have companies like J&D and like Queen Studios and XM that are just putting out such fire right now, and even Prime One, which is why this is kind of like jarring, that it's like they've put out some really big, like, great announcements recently, and then we get this. And if this hadn't come after so many other announcements that they and other companies were making, it maybe wouldn't seem as bad. Yeah. But to me, it's like, you know what? I see this, and it pales in comparison to other stuff that gets me more excited, like that XM 1/3 Cyclops that they just announced. Yeah, that looks amazing. I'm like so tempted to get something like that. I know Justin's in the chat. He likes it personally, and that's perfectly fine. Justin, you spend that, 5,000 Australian dollars and you buy this up. Like, you go right ahead. This thing, it's there for people. Some people are going to absolutely love it. You just got to make your own choice. For me, it's not there that it's worth that price. But I'm not buying it. If somebody else thinks that it is, then enjoy it.
I know me personally, like, I know we're talking 1,400, and if I had that 1,400 and I wanted something truly exceptional, and I know this is not the piece I'm about to mention isn't a Harley Quinn or anything like that, but I'd rather save up another $1,400 and buy that Queen Studios Selena Kyle on the Bat Pod. That is just fire. I don't even have space for it, but damn, I want that.
Yeah. That
absolutely,
definitely. I think it's not worth the hype, and it is overly priced for me.
It's in a crowded field of so many other good things that it makes it hard to look at this and really get excited about it, unless your name is Justin.
Well, I'm happy that Justin loves it, because I know he really loves Suicide Squad. And he's getting the line, and I'm excited that he
that's what it's built for.
It's built for people too.
Yeah, and it's built for people who actually want this figure. Like, people who want the statue if they love the IP. Because I'm the same way. And that's why, like I said, I'm happy for Justin, because if I love the IP, that's why anything Star Wars that drops, of course, I'm going to be interested in. Anything, exactly.
And he loves Suicide Squad, so yeah.
Like, if the Sub-Zero they drop isn't perfect, I'll probably still get it, because I love Sub-Zero and I love the movie. So.
He's just standing there. What? It's Sub-Zero. Why? Like,
I know he needs the Sub-Zero needs a dynamic pose.
He definitely needs that.
You said that Justin is getting the J&D Harley too.
Yeah, but they are different outfits. They're different outfits. So
see, that I see as problematic for him. And Justin's in the chat, but that's okay.
I think he'll like. I mean, they're pretty different.
But that's my thing is, and if he loves both of them, then awesome. To me, I think this Prime One Blitzway Harley looks better if you don't have another Harley in your collection, especially one like that, like just banger. That J&D looks phenomenal.
Maybe they'll be in different areas or something.
I feel like you got to keep them far apart, because think about it. If you just you will, as a fan of the character and of the Suicide Squad, if you have that J&D and the Prime next to each other, how are you going to be feeling about that Prime one?
In
comparison.
Exactly. Right, it's going to pale in comparison, at least the sculpt. But Justin likes the sculpt a lot, so for him it might not. So
and the thing is, again, because Justin loves Suicide Squad. This is like I said, if it's Wonder Woman for me, you already know I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? Because I love the character. I love pretty much the statues that we've actually seen. So that's it is what it is. But I mean, it's just for me. Yeah. And when it comes to this thing, here's the thing. If it looked, it would be a great rendition. If for me, it's just the sculpt. To me, it doesn't look like Margot Robbie. It doesn't give me that feature. It looks, like I said, it's just like Madame Tussauds. Like it does. Like if you actually gone and you've watched a wax or just seen a newly released wax figure from Madame Tussauds, that's what it looks like to me. But again,
Blitzway doing a Linda Carter version of Wonder Woman, and that looks good.
That looks real good.
And
like I said, the Jon Snow is incredible.
I mean, and also Linda Carter. Come on. Yeah. I'm sorry. I went off from there, but Justin makes a good point in the chat though. He said it's more about them doing the full line, whereas J&D's Harley is a one-off, and he's collecting
the squad,
Suicide Squad.
Right, he's getting
he wants the line. He wants to complete the line.
That's fair. That's
highly fair.
That's a good point.
It's a great film. It really is.
So. Again, his point just illustrates. It just comes down to the individual collector and what you're doing with your collection.
Sure.
If you're a hardcore Harley fan and that's what you're collecting, then that statue I feel like might be a little disappointing. If you're doing a full Suicide Squad because that's what you want, and you're going to have a glaring hole if you don't have Harley in that lineup later on, absolutely, it makes sense to go for it.
Okay, so this next one, now I already know how I feel about this, but I'm just interested in hearing everybody else's opinion because for me, I already know it's a day one, and everybody has known that this was already a day one for me.
Storm.
But do you think it's nope, not that yet? But do you think that this is worth the hype or overly priced?
Ooh.
Oh,
damn.
I don't think I saw the price yet. I got to look it up. Hold
on.
Day one, bro.
Oh, there it is.
Day one.
Day one.
Day one.
Day
Day
one.
one.
Day effing one.
If
I don't get this, Toy would kick me out the house.
I haven't decided if I'm gonna get this one, but it is phenomenal. It's absolute. I mean, and the fact that it exists is so good.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah,
looks great.
Come on, man. If you don't have the Purple Stallion in your collection, I don't know what it is. You have to have the Purple Stallion in your collection. I'm even going to put some fog, and I'm putting him around Lake Minnetonka, bro. I'm going to create. I'm literally going to create. Exactly, bro.
Lake Minnetonka.
Bro, I'm literally creating, in the works of creating a diorama, a full-size diorama, water and everything involved with this particular piece, bro.
What's the price on this one?
Wait. It's $790.
$800.
$795. So
yeah,
have they announced an edition size?
Not yet.
That's the only thing I was hoping that this would be like a limited piece, but they're not saying that.
It'll probably be based on pre-orders. Yeah.
Yeah. I need a 1/6 scale Apollonia now.
Right?
This isn't Sideshow making it, though.
No, it's not Sideshow making it. It's
PCS.
Yes, PCS doing it. But the thing is, was interesting to me. I was really interesting because at first I didn't know it was 1/6, and I was like, all right, questionable. But then I'm like, yo, I will never see this again, possibly. You know what I mean? So I have to get it. It's a must to me. I'll start with you, my man Julian. What you think about this piece, bro?
Oh, phenomenal! When this came in, I got the email notification from Sideshow. I was
Hell
like,
yeah!
Bet. I was like, bet.
Hell yeah!
Buy. This is a buy. I'm a big Prince fan.
Hell yeah!
I was born 81.
Yeah, both got curly hair.
Purple rank. We both got curly hair.
Y'all both some pimps. Y'all both pimps.
Real you born in 81. You look like you were born in 2001.
Oh man, thank you so much.
Yeah,
that's how old I am. I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
But check it out. This was, and the funny thing is, this was my first movie. I remember being on my mom's lap watching this in the movie in 1984, 85, whatever. I was a baby, and I remember seeing Morris Day doing the bird, and I was like,
hell yeah,
Morris
bro.
Day looked a lot like my damn dad, and I was like, what is my dad doing in the movie? My little baby man. I'm like, what is my dad doing in the movie? This must go in the collection. Oh my God. So many memories. Got it. This is a must.
It is definitely a must. I mean, I gotta have it. John, what you think about this piece, bro?
I think it looks great, guys. I think actually the photography is really good too. Actually, I think
it is.
They've made it look really good. Hey, like the lighting in there, really interesting. For me, unfortunately, don't hate me, but it's not going to be in my collection.
No,
I've got my kind of lanes that I'm in.
I got you, bro. But you can appreciate it as a good piece.
Oh yeah. It looks amazing, and I love purple. So I'm a
Hell
Baltimore Ravens fan, so I love the purple.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
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 It's funny, you would think I would be from Maryland, but they're like my least favorite team.
Yeah, we're gonna fight about that.
We gotta fight about that, John. I love Lamar Jackson though. The dude's incredible. The dude's amazing.
Come on, Will.
Yeah, come on.
Lamar is
He's
the absolute
Come on.
beast. So I love Lamar. I just don't like the Ravens. I'm a Saints fan. So
Got you. I'm gonna go with Brendan. I'm gonna go with Brendan next because Will's the wild card. He's always a wild card when it comes to stuff like this. So I'm gonna let him go last. Brendan, what you think about this piece, bro?
It's tempting, man. I love it. Looks gorgeous. I love that it exists. And to be honest, I've been a pretty big fan lately of PCS and the stuff that they're putting out. I've actually, I've got their the 6-scale Magneto statue, the deluxe one, on pre-order. I'm really looking forward to that. They've killed it, man. They've got a couple Spider-Man pieces. There's actually like 6-scale Spider-Man, Peter statue and a Miles statue from the PS5 game that I'm really eyeing picking those two up as well. So this one is definitely on my radar because I think PCS is really trying to lead that charge in that 6-scale statue space. And I like that they're doing stuff like this. Obviously, I mean, Prince is a fucking icon, so it makes sense. But like, if they start expanding and doing other musician ones too, then like I would be down. Like, you know, going back to what you were talking about, Brother Cousins, you know, when we were talking about like Blitzway and stuff and how they nail certain things and then completely miss on the others. One of the things that I was super hyped for them putting out that then once it kind of dropped, I was like, oh no, they didn't nail it, was Jimi Hendrix. And dude, man, when I tell you, like, I grew up listening to Jimi Hendrix like on repeat. Like I'm talking like vinyl and tapes, you know, back in the day. Like I grew up a huge blues fan, and so Hendrix was massive for me. And so seeing Prince like this, if they expanded into other like musicians, other artists, and did like, you know, a Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that, man, I would be down for that. Absolutely. So this one is definitely on my radar. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I'm strongly considering it because I mean, damn, I know this is a prototype, but damn, it looks like they nailed this.
Bro, this
like it looks like him, man. It really, really does. It looks like him. And it's impressive too because like the other pieces that I was talking about, those are comic book characters. It's not a real person. Yeah. This is a real person.
Yes.
That the likeness is there. That I mean, it looks like he's even maybe got a little soul glow in the hair. Like, you know, it's just like
the soul glow, bro, classic.
Look at the gloves. Look at the gloves on it and the detail work.
Yeah.
That's it. Look at the way the sculpting on the arms, so it looks like the material is real, and the way it would something that tight would like fold and bunch like when he's got it.
That is nice.
It just looks so damn good, and in 6th scale, that's hard to do.
Yes.
In larger scales, that's so much easier. The fact that they've been able to do this at this scale is really, really impressive. So yeah, man, this is something that I'm definitely considering, but even if I didn't end up getting it, the fact that it exists, I think, is a really good sign for collectors that want to have more companies that venture outside of, you know, superheroes and sci-fi and stuff like that, that we want to get more stuff like this. And, you know, so yeah, it's damn good that this is happening.
And he looks that good you don't even care about the bike.
Yeah.
Like he looks that good. I didn't even pay attention to the bike. Like I'm just looking at the outfit. It looks that's how good it looks.
Yeah,
right. It looks spot
on.
With
the right lighting, it looks really dynamic.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Brother Cousin?
And this is the thing with Hot Toys is missing. I look the Hot Toys of old, like how they did the Michael Jackson figures back in the day, the Thriller figures, the Bruce Lee figures. Like I miss those them doing those type of properties. And this takes it back to this.
Who's got Who's got that the Smooth Criminal one coming out with Michael with the lean? It's like a third scale or
it's a
something.
statue.
Is that
I forget. Yeah,
I forget who's doing
it's
that.
with a jukebox and yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, anybody like from our generation, like, man, Smooth Criminal, that was not a music video. That was a cinematic experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Watching that, you were like, oh my God, this is a movie. This is like, man, that thing changed my life. Like when I watched, it completely changed the way that I appreciated music within storytelling. And so when I saw that Smooth Criminal piece with the lean, I was like, that statue looks fucking amazing.
Phenomenal.
Like
It also
that
took
is
me back to the Moonwalker video game too. So that's why I was like, oh man.
Yeah, and you know, obviously people like Michael Jackson and Prince, those are the icons that, you know, we would likely see first if we're gonna see a wave of these types of things. But man, if we like, just imagine if this is the beginning of that and we're gonna start getting more of these, you know, more of these real life icons that we're going to start seeing immortalized in these forms. Pure Arts, Maxi Geekdom. And Pure Arts is also, I mean, I've also got stuff pre-ordered from them too, like the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Edward Kenway is gorgeous. I've got that coming. I want more of this kind of stuff. There's so many like real life icons that if they did, you know, I mean, I want a 1/3 scale statue of BB King sitting in a rocking chair playing Lucille. That's me. Like those kinds of music icons and stuff. And if we can get that, I hope they do more Prince ones. I hope this isn't like the only one that they do. I hope we get other stuff like that.
We need
it's too
more.
damn cool.
We need more. Will, what do you think about this piece, bro?
Dude, it really looks incredible. As far as the question goes, I don't think this is overhyped. I want to support these type of things, so I really do want to acknowledge that I like the PCS is doing this. I like that we're seeing musicians, things like Brennan said, outside of the superhero genre. We're seeing things that are different. We're seeing things that people want that are outside the norm of what collectors usually collect. So I think this is great. It is $7.95 for a 6 scale. I think that mostly comes in with the bike. I mean, the bike is pretty big, so it's pretty wide too. The height of this, all in all, is like just under 11 inches. So him sitting down is just about the same height as, you know, a normal Hot Toys figure, or just
it's in line price wise with the other PCS 6 scales too.
So I mean, it's a little high for me, but I mean, I don't feel like it's crazy. Like I feel like if you love Prince, I feel like you should get this then.
You know what I was just thinking? You know what I was just thinking, Will? How you know what would be a dope companion piece with this as for 1/6 scale? You know what would be dope with this? Because again,
Charlie Murphy.
No. Think about breaking past that fourth wall, bro.
Shirts and skins, bitches.
Think about a character that always tends to break past the fourth wall, bro. If you did Deadpool with those high heels,
would be
bro,
really cool. Yeah, that
actually
would be a really good idea,
bro.
That's perfect.
He came with
custom purple Deadpool. Dude, somebody make that happen.
Yeah,
bro. If you put Deadpool behind him with those boots, with those high heels, bro,
that actually might look really cool.
It would, bro.
That's
it would
really
look
good
insane.
Idea.
It would look.
No, dude. You know what I want? Companion piece for this. 1/6 scale vanity.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah,
dude. It's funny though. I never listened to Prince much, so the most I know about Prince is like from Chappelle Show. So I mean, like him.
We gotta sit you down.
I knew Prince could ball, and I know he liked pancakes. That's about as far as I know.
Prince songs done by other people, though. You've heard them.
Yeah, I've definitely heard Prince's songs. Like, you know, I think Purple Rain was him, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. See, like, I didn't really go up. Venomize Prince. That'd be hilarious.
Just spend a day.
Venomize Prince
at all.
Venomize
spend
Prince,
a day
baby.
and just listen to Prince's music. I guarantee you that day is you're gonna be like, that was a great fucking day.
The dude's in town, multi-instrumentalist, athlete, like dancer. Dude's incredible at everything he does. But
phenomenal ping pong player.
Dude, he lit up Charlie Murphy though, made his knees slam together. So that's what I want. That I don't care about the bike. I want that pose. I want Prince playing basketball against Charlie Murphy. Charlie
Murphy.
I don't have blonde. Well, I did have blonde hair. I don't have blue eyes though. So I don't think I would last long.
I
like how you said did.
I want to see with this piece and I know it's a statue, but with the blouse, I do want that to be fabric material. That's the only thing I want.
Is it or is it sculpted?
It's
Do we know?
sculpted.
I think
Blouses.
It's
You think
sculpted.
it's sculpted.
Yeah, it's definitely.
You know where
sculpted.
you got that shirt from, and it damn sure won the men's department. Oh my god,
bro, Charlie.
that shit is. I think that's the best comedy skit of all time. The Prince
all
and the
time.
Rick James one.
It's
The
of
Rick
Of
James and the
all
Prince.
time,
Dude,
bro.
if,
Like,
if you have this Lael though, you have to have the fog machine going.
Yeah.
the
hell
whole
yeah,
time.
hell yes.
This piece is gonna have a crazy amount of presence. Like
Hell
it
yeah,
really
bro.
will. Like
Hell
I'm
yeah.
really happy for you guys. It's gonna be amazing.
Bro, with the soundtrack playing in the background, bro. Come on, man. You
When's the
already know.
release?
Yo, it's
year.
I think it's like 2023. It's like
Oh, it's a ways
December
out.
22 to Feb 23.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's like Q
Oh, shit. Okay, so
4
it's a ways
22
out.
20. Dude, I was actually looking musician ones. Like I was actually looking at the BTS ones. I kind of like BTS, so it's like $1,200 though. So
Yeah.
You know who I want?
I want
Lael,
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Lael,
Yeah.
you know
I
what
wanna see
you
a
know
Tupac
what
one,
you have
to be
to do
honest.
now.
You want to see a Tupac one?
I want to see a Tupac one. I would love.
Brendan, you gonna kick me off for like a BTS, bro?
But you know what, John? You know who would actually?
Yes.
So there's a company. There's another company that would actually that could possibly pull it off. They're oh, what is it called?
Wait, didn't they already reveal the Tupac one?
I
Well,
haven't seen it. Oh.
I haven't seen it yet, but there's a company that when I went to Comic-Con, it's the Jungle. Is it the Iron Jungle or something like? It's the Jungle. I got to pull it up, but they have actually produced certain figures, that we've they gave us Biggie. They actually also. Yeah, they gave us Biggie. They gave us Redman, Method Man.
Nice.
I gotta. You know what? I'll pull it up like later on. But yeah, like they would probably be the ones to do it. But there is like some people are saying, even Max Geetham is saying there is a Tupac one. So
Oh man, I
you're
gotta
right.
see it because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I swear there's
around.
like I saw on a stream recently they were talking about there's a Tupac and a Biggie, I think.
Yeah. Remember
Yeah.
Leo,
Yeah,
I
I
suggested
Wu-Tang would be
Earth, Wind, and
toyetic as
Fire.
hell.
Yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire
Earth,
as
Wind,
well.
and Fire would be sick.
Yup.
That
Hell
would be
yeah.
big. That'd
If
be
they-
big.
if
That'd
they
be one
did-
I'd get.
That would be.
No.
Hell yeah.
I want George Clinton. Okay, with the hair. I want the.
That's a good
I want.
figure.
You know what? Give me
That
the
would be a good
whole
figure.
P Funk All Stars. I want Bootsy Collins. I want it all. But like George Clinton, there are certain people like Prince that visually it's just like. Yes, that like they're made to be immortalized in like statue. For George Clinton would definitely be up there for me.
That would be good.
Well,
With
you
the
know what?
mothership, with the mothership as a
Yes,
accessory.
yes.
That would be
Oh
good.
God, yes.
They did something like that. That would be amazing. I'm not gonna front. Like just thinking about it, it would be amazing. But it's about that time. It's about that time, Will.
Oh, is it? Hold on, let me
it's-
share my screen, bro.
It's about that time, Will. It is about that time.
About that time for me to go take a shit.
It's definitely about that time.
All
People, if y'all don't know what time it is already, then you're about to figure out. It is that time. It is the world according to my man, Mr. Foxification himself. Will,
Oh,
what's up, bro?
bro.
Stream is over. Everybody go home
No,
now.
we've never been canceled. Tonight, we're talking about making an informed decision. So it's going to be we get very introspective with these, looking at our inner collective, figuring out what's best for us. How do we move forward with our collection? What do we do to make the best out of it and live the happiest, healthiest, most balanced lifestyle, balancing collecting with everything else we have going on? It's going to be great. So, Leo, if you would, I'm going to share my screen real quick. So, we're starting tonight making an informed decision. It's better than making a misinformed decision, because if you make a misinformed decision, you might not be happy with your collection. And if you're not happy with your collection, you're not going to live a happy life. That's for damn sure. The science backs it up. Here's the number one point that I don't think everyone really thinks about and realizes, right? Everything's fucking cool, okay? Everything's cool. But we can't have everything. That's the problem. So when we look at price, we look at space, we look at all that kind of stuff, you got to be considerate of what's really cool. What's Miles Davis cool, okay? That's really what you want to think about. Every collectible looks cool, but what do you value? Here's something I really want you to ask yourself. Fulfillment or affirmation? Those are two different things, because if we're looking at collection for personal fulfillment, that's my opinion on what you should be doing. You know, every collector is different, but collection, you should collect things that you love, that give you personal fulfillment, personal satisfaction, things that you really want to look at in your collection and say, wow, I love that character. I love this collectible. It's something that I want to have and showcase to myself and to other people, right? Affirmation is different. Affirmation is more so like acceptance from your peers. Like if you're buying something to get credit or to get recognition or to get acknowledgement from your peers, that's something you're probably going to end up selling later, something you're not going to be happy with, because you're going to look at it and be like, oh, I got it because everyone else wanted it, or I got it because everyone else said it's good. That's a case where you might be looking for affirmation. You're looking for reassurance. You're looking for, you know, someone to sell you something, right? And that can happen subconsciously or not. And it can be something long-term that it means you're not going to love it. And that's kind of a problem, in my opinion. So display or love for the character. These are two different things also. Are you buying something to build a line, build a diorama type display, build a universe type display, or are you doing it for the love of the character? Everyone has a different methodology when it comes to that. For me, I go for the love of the character. So I'm not necessarily going to buy a figure just to complete the line. If I don't love that character, I don't buy it. But everyone collects differently. If you want to build the whole endgame line and create a big showcase, then that's fine. But that's a question you have to ask yourself. Thirdly, are we buying something because we think it's what we should be doing? Like, again, if everyone's saying you should be buying this figure, it's going to sell out. It's going to sell out. Buy it before it sells out. It's great. It's the best Rey. It's the best Kylo. But do you really want it? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Before you just check out on PayPal, ask yourself, do I really want this figure? Should I be buying this? I don't think we ask ourselves that enough. Who are we letting influence our purchasing decisions? There's a lot of influencers in the YouTube game, including us. We just give you our opinion. But if that sways you one way or another, that's fine. But ultimately, you're the one making the decision. Your opinion should be the final say in all of this. Who are you letting influence your purchase decisions? You got to be happy with it at the end of the day. So that's something you really need to think about, because other people can influence your purchasing decisions, but it really should be you at the end of the day that decides what goes in your collection and what you're spending your hard-earned money on. That's something I think we also lose sight of. Collecting is a hobby, but it can quickly become something more than you intended very quickly. I think we all realize that. So reflection is necessary. You got to think about space, money, time, emotional investment, and friendships, right? We all have friendships we build in collecting. Everyone in the chat, I talk to all the time. Everyone on the panel, I talk to. Like, we're all friends. We're all getting along. I've built really lifelong friendships through this community. But you also got to think about yourself too, in the space, money, and time. A lot of things you're investing in these collectibles. And it's not as simple as just buy and get the newest, hottest thing. That's great, but it's not practical. So there's just a lot of concerns that factor into this. Okay. So I got a diagram here. I found this online. It was kind of a little bit not high quality, but it's the best I could find. So we're just gonna have to go with it. So pivotal questions, right? These are the 6 main questions that you have to ask yourself with anything in life, really, especially when it comes to food. Well done steak, why? It's just the best. And we'll get to that a little bit later. Pivotal questions. Who do you want to be as a collector? Do you want to be the guy that buys everything? If you do, that's fine. If you buy everything because other people want you to buy it, or do you go against the grain and go with your own opinion? Get the things that you love, right? Who do you want to be as a collector? That's something you have to ask yourself. Who do you let influence your opinion, seek validation from? Are you seeking validation from your peers? Are you buying collectibles to stay part of the community? These are things like Lael said. You don't even have to be a collector to be part of this community. Don't just buy things because you feel like you need to keep up with everyone else. That's something I think we also lose sight of. What do you want from your collection? What kind of display are you going for? What kind of happiness do you want to pursue? What do you want to get out of it? What do you need from your collection? What sort of personal fulfillment are you looking to gain from this? That's really important to ask yourself. What scales and companies do you like? Because we can't have everything, right? A lot of times we say go for curation and uniformity in your scale, consistency. I go for whatever scale I like, and I go for the character. But for other people, that's a question you have to ask yourself. What scale do you want to stick to, or not at all? What universes do you like? You got to be selective, right? What's your ultimate determining factors? Where?
This looks like it's from my daughter's kindergarten class.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you got to go back, Brendan. You got to wind the clock back and, just teach everyone else like they're back in kindergarten. So I'm really I'm lowering the level a little bit just so everyone makes sure that I'm really hitting my points here, because if I get too heady with it, then it's just not going to make sense.
You hear that, chat? He's dumbing it down for you. He thinks you're stupid.
No, I don't think you're stupid, but I just want to make sure that the message sinks in like a well done steak. Okay. So where will you display your collection? Where will you spend your money, right? What companies are you going to support? What companies are you going to buy from? What companies do you trust? Where are you going to display all that shit? Because there's so much with statues and collectibles. If you're mixing scales, there's a lot going into that, right? So you got to think long and hard about how and where you're going to display this. When should you buy or sell? If you're going to sell something, when's the right time to do it? You know, it's not at the low point. It's at the high point, right? Like Darkseid Anakin, like I did. I sold it for $750, right? You can sell it at the right time and make enough money to buy other things you want. And same goes with buying. Don't buy at the high point. Wait for the right time. Unless you need it right that second, just wait for the right time to buy and sell. When is enough enough? When do you have too much? You know, I think that's a question we don't ask ourselves enough. When do you have so much that you can't even enjoy it anymore? That's the question, I think. You don't even have space for it. If you don't even have somewhere to display it, then that's a question you might need to ask. Why? Why do you collect? Why are you collecting things, right? Does it bring you happiness in some way? Are you getting fulfillment from it? Do you feel like it's a means to an end? Again, these are questions. Why do you want that figure? Because other people want it, or do you want it? That's the question you have to ask yourself too. How will you curate your collection? How are you going to thin things down? How are you going to make it so you're happy with every single piece that you have and you love every single piece? That's what I think is the ultimate goal here. Finally, how will you light and display? That's Brendan and Lael's thing. I know they're really good with this. And display your collection and investments, right? Display is such a huge part of it. You have to know how to display your collection, because otherwise it's just not going to bring you a lot of satisfaction and fulfillment. And I know that acknowledgement that people get when other people see your collection and acknowledge your good work, that's exciting too. Conclusion. Going to the end here. All right. So ultimately, your collection should be about what makes you happy, not what makes other people happy. However, this doesn't mean it should be assembled without asking yourself important questions, like the ones we laid out in this presentation. Take other people's considerations into, your own opinion, but other opinions into your consideration. But don't be afraid to stay true to yourself and what you believe respectfully. If you, like we all were tonight, respectful, like if you respectfully say you don't think Harley Quinn is great, that's fine. If I say, okay, she's fine, that's fine. As long as we're respectful about it, we can give our respectful opinions. It's good, right? With that said, I'm going to drop some respectful opinions right now. Well done steak is the correct way to prepare a steak, people. It is the best way to eat it. It is the best way to prepare it. It tastes the best. You can't have pink in steak. You don't want pink. Like, it just doesn't look right. It doesn't taste right. No, it's got to be. I don't even know if the steak is well done, to be honest.
You're going to need a raw steak to put on your face after I punch you.
I don't even know if this steak is well done, but it was the only one transparent that I could find on Google, so I had to throw it in there. Okay. Man of Steel is not good. Okay. Man of Steel. I'm going to throw this out there because I know Optical's going to hate me for this. Man of Steel is not that great. It's not terrible, but it's not good. It's not some masterpiece, right? It's just the characters aren't that great. The fight scenes are kind of good. Zack Snyder's kind of overrated. I'm going to throw this out there, okay? Like, Snyder Cut was great, but other than that, Watchmen was okay. Some of his other Dawn of the Dead's okay, but he gets, I don't know, he gets some undeserved praise at times. Not that he's not a good filmmaker, but he's not Christopher Nolan or Denis Villeneuve. He's just, Man of Steel's not that good. Kraft Mac and Cheese, it's at its best when characters are involved. Seriously, guys, if you're getting the regular Kraft Mac and Cheese, you're doing it wrong. It doesn't taste as good. You got to get character. Get Frozen, SpongeBob like you see on screen. I don't know what other characters they make, but they make a lot of other shit too. Characters taste better. I'm not sure if it's the cheese consistency or what it is, but it's better. Finally, Little Caesars isn't that bad. It's really not. It's not great. Like, it's not like top tier.
It looks like Lael is endorsing Little Caesars because his face is up in the fucking corner there.
He is, bro. Sponsor of the show. You didn't know? No, Little Caesars is not that bad. Like, it's not great. It's not like top tier pizza, but it's not awful. Like, I'll eat it if it's around. Like, it's okay. It's okay, right? Like, so anyway, Little Caesars, those are just some respectful opinions, right? I was very respectful. I gave my opinion, and they're all correct. So I hope I get reaffirmation in the chat because that's what I'm looking for. But I appreciate you all listening, and thanks so much. There's a lot of important questions to ask yourself, but if you ask yourself these important questions, I think you're going to be a much happier and more fulfilled and dynamic collector. So thank you. Thank you. What happened to Brother Cousins? Where'd he go?
You fucking scared him away.
He left?
I was having camera problems. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, camera problem.
That was the world. What the hell, bro? That Kraft, you saying mac and cheese, box mac and cheese is good,
yeah,
bro?
It's not the best. Like, homemade mac and cheese is better, but I'm saying, like, if you're going to get Kraft, it's got to be character. It tastes better. Yeah.
Okay,
I don't
Ben
even
will
know,
vegan
like-
meatballs and Andy Zack Snyder.
Did you guys see that on
break.
the Voice Figures and Flicks? Like, I'm not even vegan layout, but vegan meatballs are really good.
They are.
See, there we go.
Well, I'm vegan though, so
Yeah, but I'm not even vegan. I like them. So.
they're good.
I don't think they're healthy. They're kind of greasy, but they're but
It's
they're
like-
still good.
It's like your taste buds are stupid. Like I don't even know how to like Kraft mac and cheese from a box with characters and well done steaks and like what the fuck is wrong with you?
Thanks for the super chat, Kinky Sphincter.
So you guys really don't think well done steak is the best?
No, medium well.
No.
Medium
What
well.
the fuck is wrong with
rare.
you guys.
Medium
What's
rare.
wrong with-
medium rare, bro. Medium rare has to be
okay.
because it's just.
Otherwise,
I
you
don't
put
even
all the
eat
flavor out of
steak,
it.
bro. But
Eat
it's just
beef
the simple
jerky at
fact
that
that it looks more savory. Like you know what I mean. You can
More flavor.
Yeah, it looks more savory. I don't know. Will like you?
Yeah, I don't want it burnt, but I want it well done. Like there's a fine line.
Because you want it
No,
medium well.
it's
Medium well has a
it
little
is.
bit of flavor in it.
No, well done is not burnt. Well done is cooked
Yo.
thoroughly. It is
Yo.
not burnt.
No, you know what well
I
done
have-
is? Well done is a leather jacket. That's what well done is.
Yo,
Yeah.
I have come to the realization that Will he's sneaky, bro. He likes controversy on the line.
Nah, bro. That shit's my honest. I think I just grew up because my family always liked well done steaks too. So maybe I was a product of my environment.
Here's
So-
the thing, my wife did too. My wife's family would always
at Toya.
overcook everything.
Oh my god.
Overcook everything, and then she married me, and then she started eating food cooked the right way, and she can't go back to eating the crap that her family used to do well done steaks and shit. That is horrible.
But seriously, Brennan, like a well done steak and some character craft mac and cheese, that's a good dinner right there.
You're fired.
you
Look at Toya.
You
Toya
literally
agrees.
suck at life.
Toya agrees,
Just
bro.
at life.
She's trying to make you feel good, bro. She's
Nah,
trying to
man.
make you feel good.
We've actually now learned that Olive Garden is actually the best food that this guy consumes.
Yo.
We all need to go. Like if we go to a Comic-Con or something, we should go to Olive Garden.
No,
So-
no.
Yes.
You need to come to Fan Expo Boston and my barbecue. That is what you need. Pork belly smoked for 12 hours. You need ribs. That's what none of it.
That sounds good.
Oh my god, I'm feeling.
So listen.
rage.
Listen. So this is what I want to do real quick before we round out the show. Okay, so before we do this,
I need a
now I
baby
was
Yoda
going to
to
do
punch.
basically the top 5, but we're not going to have time to do that. I want to actually each individual. So this is basically, it was going to be the top 5, but I had to kind of edit it, and now I'm just going to end it and round it out to the worst. Okay, so this is going to be the worst head sculpt you have ever seen. Okay,
On a 6 scale.
on a 6 scale statue, it does not matter. The worst. Now I have to give credit where credit is due because I watched. And I had I watched this like 3 times. It should have me laughing every time I watched it. If you don't follow Brother Cousins, please do that
Yes.
right now because, yo, did you see it, John? The episode where
Yeah,
he
I saw
had, yo, I lost my mind. This shit was so effing funny, bro. Like it was what was it called? The worst. It was the worst
top
head
10 hot toys I hate.
that you hate. The top 10 hot toys that you basically hate. In each of
Top
them,
10 not toys,
bro,
then.
that Terminator head sculpt was.
Man.
The worst
What?
one.
Bro,
The
did they?
worst one.
What the hell, bro?
MMS 02, the worst. The
Like, let me.
worst
I'm gonna
is-
pull this.
I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah.
Yo, the MMS 02 Hot Toys.
That is definitely the best at being the worst.
And the sad part is McFarlane Toys
yeah.
did it 5 years earlier, and it didn't work then. I don't know what made them think they would. I don't know what the hell they was thinking. That was terrible. God,
Bro, this thing. Hold on. Yeah, this is it. I'm actually just share this one because this is the only one that I can.
They made that
presumably
George
find.
Lucas too. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Oh
but
God, I
bro,
forgot about the George Lucas. That's got to be on part 2. I'm making a part 2 of that one too.
Lael will have it up on screen by next week's stream.
bro, this thing, like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
It looks like he's got a sunburn.
Bro, you know what this? You know what this looks like, bro?
Wow.
They live.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's straight Dookie. That's just Dookie.
What the hell? Like, what is this? Like, are you serious, bro?
Yeah.
Like, did they really make this piece, man?
They made it.
Wow.
That is MMS 02.
Wow.
Shit.
So
No, that's not
Nobody can say
MMS 02.
this.
That's MMS Oops. That's just so bad.
Yo, so would you say, bro? Would you say this is the worst head sculpt for you of all time?
This is the worst. This is the worst.
This
It can't be, bro.
It can't. This can't. This is the worst. Is this and or it's the other Terminator figure? It's the Terminator Genesis figure. That's the next one. But
This is still better than Ant-Man. This is still better.
Yeah.
Okay, Leo,
I
can
don't
I
take issue with the Ant-Man sculpt.
Can I
think
can I give
it's
mine,
fine.
Leo?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you 4. I'm gonna give you 4 for the price of 1 because I thought we were doing top 4, so I came up with 4.
All right,
Okay.
all right. Go ahead.
So if we're going modern figures, right? Modern figures only. I put 4 John Wick. John Wick head sculpt is a miss.
Ooh.
It is. It is. Like it's
kinda
Max.
hurting.
No, Max. I swapped it out for the Max Nut. The Max Nut's better. Like it really is. It's like the John Wick head sculpt is off. The rest of the figure is fantastic and the accessories are great, but the head sculpt is off. Tony Stank.
You're talking about the Hot Toys.
Hot Toys John Wick. Yep. Hot
okay.
Toys John Wick. Yeah, it's off. It is. It doesn't look like Keanu. Third, Tony Stank. Clearly,
Okay.
Tony Stank.
Okay.
I've heard in hand though he's not as bad, but I've just seen a lot of pictures.
I
So
like it.
I'm actually gonna get a little. I
Not as
don't
bad.
know if this is controversial with number 2 or not. T'Challa from Black Panther. It's not good, bro. Like basically when you're looking at that compared to the Max Nut or compared to the one Justin had too. I know it's a custom sculpt, it's a lot more expensive, but Hot
Yeah, but we're
Toys-
talking about
It's
worse.
it's
not
not
like
No, T'Challa's one of
T'Challa is
the worst hot.
passable.
He's one of the
I
worst
think
Hot Toy
it's
sculpts I've ever seen. Yeah, like it's really bad. I literally did not get that figure. I don't love. I like the Civil War suit more anyway. But part of the reason I didn't get that figure is because the sculpt is so bad. I think. Like the proto was great, I thought, but that sculpt just did not turn out well. Killmonger is like perfection. Killmonger is perfection. Yeah, but T'Challa just doesn't look right, man. Like he doesn't look like himself. He doesn't look like Chadwick. But number 1, it's Ant-Man, no doubt.
Now I'll give you that one.
Yeah, it's Ant-Man.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
one.
that's when that was announced. I was like,
All right, no, but what are you basing worst on? Because while the shit-eating grin is ridiculous, it looks like Paul Rudd making
No,
that
it doesn't.
face. It does.
I don't know.
That looks like Paul Rudd
no.
smiling like an idiot. It really does.
I think the teeth is
You
the
may,
problem.
if you don't like the
I think
expression,
the
that's
the
fine.
teeth
But
is
it
the
still
problem.
looks
I think
like
the teeth
him.
are real big. The teeth don't look natural. Yeah, they look like
It
You know
looks
what?
like Matt Dillon. There's something about Mary like veneer.
yeah,
Nah.
something like that. Yeah, maybe.
That face, that head sculpt to me, it looked like that Ronald Reagan mask from Point Break, bro. That's what it looked like to me, bro. When I saw that shit, that's what it looked like to me, bro.
Give me
I
a
was-
6-scale Bodie and Johnny Utah.
Yes.
From fucking Point Break.
Yes.
Throw Gary Busey in there. Throw him out. Like, come on. That cast had some, like, you got Lori
a
Petty. Like,
classic.
give me some Point Break action. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We know
Anyway.
Howard loves fucking Keanu Reeves. Like, come on.
Yeah. I think Justin
Yeah.
might be right. The teeth are on the same plane as the lips. Yeah, something with the teeth is throwing everything
agree.
off.
If there was
Totally
some
agree.
separation, yes, absolutely. That
Totally
would make
agree.
it better. But I still think it looks like Paul Rudd.
And the thing is, I don't understand why people, like, literally, they bitched and moaned over that Tony Stank head sculpt, but they let that Ant-Man head sculpt slide. Like, they didn't, there was no
Right.
change in it. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
He's
Who
not a
asked
big
for
enough
that shit?
character for them
Yeah, he's
to
not
go
Iron
back
Man,
and do
yeah.
that. They would. They're literally maybe 2 characters that they would actually go back and do that for, and it's Iron Man and it's Cap.
Yep,
It's Chris
which they did
Evans
with Cap
and it's
too,
Robert
yep.
Downey Jr.
Yep.
They're not going back and redoing a head sculpt and issuing new ones for people for any other characters but those 2. For Ant-Man, look, I love Ant-Man. The movie was great. The figures sell well. There's no way that there are any characters other than those 2 that they're going back and doing that for. No
Yeah.
way.
That's true.
Okay, so I appreciate your list. John, what would you think, bro?
I think the Terminator one definitely. I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look at it. The next would
looks
probably
like a
be
nightmare.
What'd you say?
the Homelander. Homelander would be the next one.
Oh yeah.
Star Race, you mean?
That was pretty bad. That was pretty
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
That's pretty
That,
bad.
yeah, I have to give you that one because that would be a hard figure or a hard head sculpt because it looks like it's because there are some though. There's some that have actually commissioned that piece and it looks great. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with that piece though, bro. Like the body's decent. Now, don't get me wrong, the body's decent. Like the way it was, but the head sculpt, nah, it's definitely
No
not
good.
there for me. Nah, it's a wrap for me. Brendan, what do you think, or what would you say is the worst?
So I've only
bro?
got two. And these two, one of them somebody already mentioned in the chat, which is the Christian Bale, like he's trying to impersonate fucking Sylvester Stallone like this. I don't know what they were thinking in Hot Toys with that swap out like faceplate. But that, I mean, I shout out better portraits than that.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking with that one. The other one is a statue, and this one, my two are very recent, more modern ones. Like yes, MMS like oops, 002. Those are bad, but like when did that come out? All right, that was like old school. All right, back when we were getting a lot of questionable stuff. We're at a point now where we shouldn't be getting something that is so jarringly bad, right? It should at least be in the ballpark. And to me, one of the prime examples that it's not a 6 scale, it's a statue, and it's the horrendous portrait. I say portrait for statues and head sculpt for 6 scales. I don't know. The horrendous not likeness of Giancarlo Esposito in Sideshow's god awful melted fucking wax Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
That again, this is not because it's Sideshow. It's objectively anybody look at that premium format that they're putting. Now, I don't think the Cara Dune is all that much better, but Giancarlo Esposito's face looks like melted wax. It's so bad.
Yeah,
and it's like they rushed it out to get it out to like capitalize on the Mando hype. And it's like, dude, Hot Toys took so damn long. Take your time. Make sure the sculpt is there. But it blows my mind that anybody at Sideshow could have looked at that sculpt
and gave it a pass
and said, "Yep, okay, yeah, let's show this to the world." Like that doesn't look like Giancarlo Esposito. That looks like a turd that he dropped in his toilet. It does not look like him, man. It's fucking horrible. It looks like they sculpted his face and then they accidentally left it like too close to a lamp, like the prototype, and then they just took the pictures anyways. Like, all right, well, it is what it is. That's what it looks like. And I don't get it. I don't understand how they did it. So for me, that's one of the.
Look what Mario said. He said, "Can you count the PF Gideon even if it isn't released yet?"
I am. Fair question. And I make my own rules. So yeah. But to me, like there are some really horrible head sculpts on statues, on 6 scales, on quarter scales, on everything that have been over the years. But to me, it's more egregious when it's something that's like in the last like year or two, because these companies they should have passed the point where something looks as bad as that. So I think something looking bad like MMS 002, like we get that. We understand. Right. Like that was so damn long ago that that's the nature of the game back then. It shouldn't be like that right now. So that's why stuff that comes out now is more egregious to me than stuff that was like 10, 12 years ago.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. For me, of course, it was a no-brainer. It was that Ant-Man. I mean, I was highly disappointed. in that once, they released it, I was like, yeah, nah, you come on, man, seriously. And the thing is, it killed me because I'm like, yo, first off, we, before you released the figure, we didn't see the head sculpt, so you gave us the 52 fake out because it was blurred. You know what I mean? So we didn't know what we were going to get, and they didn't even give us a chance to find out what we were going to get, bro. Like, literally, they didn't. They just gave us that shit and was like, yo, here you go, take it. Like, you know what I mean? Here you go, take it. You know what I mean? Have some fun. So that was it. There was no preparation, no nothing. It's just when they released it, it was like, so luckily enough, it came with a helmet, and I was like, all right, cool. I'll just keep the helmet on. I planned on doing that in the first place. But Evangeline Lilly, that head sculpt was dope.
Oh,
it was spot on. It was a beautiful head sculpt. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you give us one that's great. You give us another one that's like, what the hell? Are you serious? But yeah, so for me, I would say that is, one of the most. The other, and I'm just gonna go with most recent. Like literally the other one that they dropped the ball on, and I'm sorry, I don't want to, hey, Prime 1, whatever. But that Bloodsport statue is horrendous to me.
Yeah,
it is horrendous to me. It looks
that was a surprise how bad that one was.
It was horrendous to me. It looks nothing like Idris Elba at all.
With his level of fame, I thought they would have put more effort into that. I thought it would have.
Hell yeah,
I was surprised.
It looked like that statue looked like, and this is if anybody's ever seen Hollywood Shuffle, this is a reference to that film. So it looked like somebody, like literally Robert Townsend. It was like when he basically shook the activator bottle, and you saw his curls shrivel up in the juice. But at the end, bro, remember when he sprayed his hair? He was just dripping all down his face. That's what that statue looked like to me, bro. Yeah. Like literally, it looks exactly like that.
Brought me back to Robert Townsend.
Yeah, bro.
What was that superhero parody he did? It was like Meteor Man or something.
Meteor Man, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh my
god.
God.
That's what that thing. It was horrendous. I don't know what they were thinking, but hopefully they have the time right now to get that shit right. Hopefully they listen and get it right before they release it, because right now it looks terrible. Yeah. So that was going to round out pretty much my number one.
I wonder if they kind of rushed that or like skimped on it because they're like, most people are going to want to do the helmet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wonder. I'm not saying that excuses it, but I'm saying I think that might.
Good point. Maybe they just put more emphasis.
Yeah,
they put more emphasis on the xenomorph head sculpt. I mean, the helmet.
Yeah.
Than they would do. Yeah.
Maybe that means that like they didn't put as much time into the prototype, but that they will take the time to refine it for the final, and that they just rushed the prototype out, but they thought, well, more people are going to focus on the helmet. I'm hoping that that's the case and that they still intend to improve it. Whereas I don't really have that same faith for Moff Gideon.
Yeah, nah. That Moff Gideon,
it's doo-doo too.
I remember when they released it, wait. That shit was funny as hell because they released it during Sideshow's Con, right? They put it up, they showed it.
Yeah.
As soon as they put it up, I didn't even get a chance to take a look at it clearly. And then I see this message pop. So I had the phone up in front of my face like this, right? But I'm watching it on my computer. I'm looking at it, and I got this message that pops across. Brendan was like, "Did you see this shit?" He's like, yo, I was like, I knew it was coming. I knew it was fucking coming. But yeah, it was the worst.
He's too good. He's just such a great actor, and he has such presence to not
get that
do
shit
him
right.
justice. If you're gonna make a Giancarlo Esposito figure, collectible, statue, whatever, man, do it right, because that's the kind of guy. He's got such damn presence that figure is gonna sell like fire. That statue is gonna, and he's got real presence in that show. The character, people want more of it. It's like, he's badass in that fight he had with Mando in the season 2 finale. Like, man, it's just such a damn waste. I don't understand how people are not really capitalizing on the fact that, like, as much as I think that like they should have done a better job with the Cara Dune premium format, like that likeness, all right, Gina Carano is like a passable, like I'm not commenting on anything that went down with her and Disney and stuff, but realistically, she's like a passable actress. She's not like, she's never going to win an Oscar. She's not that great. She looks good and she was a good fit for the role, but she's, so I can understand if they, don't really put as much attention and detail into her head sculpt, but Esposito, like, come on. I don't understand that.
What do y'all think about
Imagine them bringing him in.
What'd you
About
say?
what?
Well, what did you say? Yeah, well, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, imagine them imagine Sideshow bringing him in to look at the statue and be like, "Hey, look what we've done."
Yeah, seriously, I don't know how he signs off on that. Sorry, brother Cousins, what did you say? What we thought about what?
Oh yeah, what do y'all think about the Hot Toys Moff Gideon? I don't think they
didn't nail it either.
Nah. Yeah.
It looks better. It looks better.
I'm in the minority. I don't
like,
think it's 100, but I think it's pretty close. I mean, I think it's like a 90, 95. I mean, I really like it.
It looks better.
Your scale is crazy. I would give it like a 75, 80.
Yeah, I would give about 80.
I really I'm very happy with it. If it comes out like that, I'm very happy with it.
I already paid it off, so it's coming my way.
Yeah,
I got it.
But you know what? It's better than the statue, so I give it that. It has more presence than that damn statue, so
it looks great to me.
I'm definitely not mad about it.
Could be a little bit better, sure, but I think it's pretty great to me.
Yeah,
I got it on pre-order.
I do have to put
excited.
in some new. I already have that paid off, but I might put in another pre-order or two this week since I'll be getting a refund because I did cancel that Kingpin.
Ooh.
Well, you should have.
No.
I wasn't going to, man. I was.
Dude's like 10 foot tall.
Dude, so here's the thing, and I was talking about this with Ryan because he had the same reaction when I told him that I canceled it. He was like, I mean, he agreed, but he didn't think I was going to. And at first, I said, all right, well, you know what? And Leo, as a comic head, like there are plenty of instances where they make him like massive. Yeah. Usually it's either on a cover because they want to go for that art style and that visual aesthetic. But occasionally in the books, they'll do it if it fits what that writer is trying to accomplish at the time. Yeah. So I was like, all right, I can kind of see that. Now they messed up as far as what the scale is for that version of the character in the game. Absolutely, they were off on that. But I was like, all right, well, maybe I can put him with Miles and Gwen from Spider-Verse. It's not, he's from the game. It's not the Spider-Verse Kingpin, but he'll be about that size because they made him so massive in the animated movie. And then I was thinking, oh shit, he's not even really going to fit in a Detolf. He's massive. And then I saw pictures where he was actually literally taller than the Hulkbuster, which I have back here.
And the Juggernaut, yeah.
And so then I was like, that's crazy. So then I put my quarter scale Homecoming Spidey behind me right there. I put that next to my Hulkbuster to kind of gauge like how he'll look, next to Kingpin. And I was like, oh shit, like that works. Like that's about the size differential that you're supposed to have between the two characters, for 6 scale. Yeah. So I was like, all right, so he's essentially a quarter scale. I don't know how they fucked up on that massive a scale, but they did. But I was like, oh, maybe I'll keep him for my Homecoming quarter scale Spidey because he'll actually be in scale with him for that. But then I was like, I like the Vulture base too much. I'm not going to take him off that to put him with a third-party Kingpin. So I was like, you know what? I got him through Toys Wonderland. They're having their month-long sale, and I can get that money back in a credit and then just put that toward, something that's going to be heavily discounted this month anyway. So yeah, I ended up canceling it. It sucks because I was hyped. I was psyched about that figure. I really wanted a Kingpin in my collection, so it hurt. But ultimately, I needed to cancel him.
Yeah, I feel you. Definitely feel you on that one. That I saw it and I was like, come on, man. Like, literally, that is ginormous. That thing was way too damn big.
It's a head scratcher. Like, how did you mess up that much?
It's like comically big, yeah.
Did you think you were supposed to make a quarter scale? And
that's what they made, a quarter scale. But see, the thing is,
it absolutely is.
Justin did say that they used the same body type that they used for the Juggernaut. Because they basically, and I was like, yo, that was a miss right there. You shouldn't have done it. That was the biggest fucking mistake you could have ever done. Right. You know what I mean? But,
you should have been about about Thanos' size.
Yeah,
Thanos,
I'm glad
yeah.
I did not. I didn't even pre-order it. I was like, yeah, I'm passing on that one. I'm glad I didn't. You know what?
Yeah,
Kiki
man.
Finkter, he brings up a really good point here, and let me ask everybody. This would be like
that
a really
is.
good question. So, which figure means the most to each of you that you own right now, brother, cousin? I'll start with you, bro. Which figure is
It's hard.
which means the
That's
most? I already
tough.
know mine right off the back, and everybody who knows me should know mine. But what about yours, bro?
Damn. Oh my God. I would say
God, I gotta fucking look around now.
that's what I'm doing now. I'm looking around, man. Right now,
I got to
would
go
say
downstairs.
I would say the whole. It's. I can't say just one figure. I would have to say a collection. It would be all of the whole
layouts.
cast of the New Hope, Star Wars New Hope in the cockpit, and my Black Panther collection. Those would be the two. They have to be collections. Those would be those two collections. Those two collections mean the most to me right now.
Yeah.
So while Brendan is looking, definitely I'm going to say
Give me anxiety.
my Jen
No.
Urso, this piece right here.
Yes.
I love her. I love this figure. It is incredible. This was pretty much, when it was released, it was my most anticipated figure. And I love all the accessories because I did get the deluxe. I would say this means the most. This is probably the figure that in my collection, and everybody knows it's always been my number one. This is my number one. Out of every figure I have, this is going to remain in that number one top spot. Like, this is an incredible figure. I love it.
That's a great figure.
I love it. I definitely love that figure. Will, you don't have Pennywise yet, so you cannot use that figure. You
I
cannot.
can't, because we're talking about figures only, so not statues, because it does say figure in the question. So,
Yes.
man, this is tough. I think I'm going to give a pretty predictable answer. I feel like my favorite figure overall is the
Does it rhyme
DX13
with
Terminator.
Loki?
No, the DX13 Terminator, that's my favorite, but the figure that means the most to me, dude, it's I feel like it's a tie. It's Force Awakens Kylo Ren, mostly because I love Kylo Ren, and also it was my very first hot toy. So that's a big part of it. And Avengers Loki for sure. Like, that's the figure I always go to look at in my collection. That figure is old, but it's Loki and Avengers. Like, that's what really made me a big fan of Marvel and just, all this nerd stuff that we follow anyway. That Avengers, film and Loki's performance is really what captured me. So, like, that's why I'm so excited for the new Endgame Loki, because I love the Avengers Loki so much. And that's probably that or Kylo. It's a tie, my most valued, those two. Like, they have a lot of sentimental value for me.
John, what would you say yours is, bro?
That's a tough one, guys. I got a few. I'm going to cop out and throw a few in there too. I think sentimental reasons, definitely for me. Hot Toys Optimus Prime. If anybody can remember that one, that's the first Hot Toy I ever bought. I think that's important to me because that's what got me into the hobby. I was just walking past the store and saw it, and it brought back all these childhood memories, and I went and got it, and it was game over from there. I didn't even know Hot Toys before I saw that. I just saw that. I was like, boom, I need it. I want it. Got to get it.
And that was it. That was the downfall for you right there.
That was it. And then probably next would be Iron Man Mark 50, because that's what started me into Hot Toys photography and then into creating the channel. Like, I just had that figure and had it on the shelf.
Your photography is phenomenal, bro.
Yes,
Your photography on these figures are. I look through and I'm like, this motherfucker got some dope shit.
He's got some
I'm like, he got some skill, bro. Like,
I absolutely
damn.
know nothing. I know nothing. It's all just playing around.
Yeah, it's nice though.
Just the love
I love
of it.
it.
So appreciate that. But so that one definitely, because that's what started this whole journey, was playing around with him, and I wanted to emulate him like on the poster with his arms out.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and that was the first like photo I ever took. So that has a lot of meaning to me. And then probably next would be this guy here, because he's what got me back into Star Wars.
Best Mando.
So.
Yes,
Best Mando.
That's the best Mando. I love her so much. She said, "I love her so." That's
Toy's
why.
got good
This is
taste, man.
why I love her so much. Literally, this is why I love her so much, bro. You see,
Back in the day, I worked with a girl whose uncle was the original voice of Optimus Prime in the cartoons.
Oh wow,
nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
That's cool. Yeah,
See,
so that's me.
if you haven't, this is perfect time. Come on, man. Follow Iron Logan on Instagram, and you will see some hot shit. Like straight up, it makes me want to punch myself in the face for not doing half the stuff.
Come
that I
on, no
actually see,
way.
bro.
Go ahead.
Like straight
No
up.
way.
It's,
Go ahead.
I knew this motherfucker was gonna say that shit.
You can't put that out there and just like let it float on by.
Brother cousin, did you choose yours already?
Man, just like I said, I think I have to say collections. So I would say the whole Black Panther collection and the whole New Hope Star Wars collection inside of the Jazz Inc. cockpit. That's those two collections are my favorite. I can't do one figure.
Yeah. I see. That's the thing is like, Black Panther, of course. See, that's what's strange though, Will, because Black Panther is my second favorite figure. Like I love that figure.
Dude, the figure with the helmet on is freaking tastic.
You just don't like the head
I just don't like the sculpt. I mean, dude, the Civil War Black Panther is sick as fuck too.
He said, "Yeah, the figure with the helmet on."
Same goes with Ant-Man, really. Ant-Man too looks great, but but dude, Leo, Civil War Black Panther, I like that suit more. I don't know, it just spoke to me more, but I like that one better.
Well, see, the thing is, I have that because I didn't get that version. But I did get that version in the form of, T'Chaka.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I have that T'Chaka with the claw. Yeah, it's incredible. That is an incredible figure, bro. It is. It's a grail
and
piece.
Killmonger, dude. Whew.
And Killmonger. That Killmonger with that head. Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal. Brendan, bro, what's yours, bro? Because and the thing is, I gave you time to think. That's why I let you go last, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I've got it. I honestly, it didn't take long. And it's hard as much as I love me, I'm right there with you with Jin. Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. I love that collection. As far as my favorite like Star Wars figure, definitely Durasteel Mando. I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
And if I had to just keep one whole collection within my collection, it would definitely be what this guy is from. But if I had to get rid of every single, and I've got like 150, 170 something 6 scales, if I had to get rid of every single one except one, I'm keeping this guy.
Wow.
Okay. I'm keeping this guy because this is, and it wasn't even a suit that I like super loved when they first started promoting the first game.
Yeah.
But it grew on me, and once I started playing the game, this became my favorite Spidey suit. Like I absolutely love this. I love the contrast with the white.
Yeah.
And there are Spider-Man figures, although this is fairly posable. There are Spider-Man figures that are more posable. There are ones that maybe are more iconic to specific storylines and arcs in the comics and things like that. I love this figure, and I grew up a massive Spider-Man fan. And if I only had to get one character that would kind of encapsulate my love for comics and sci-fi and all of that into just one, like this represents my geekdom, it's this guy right here. So there are other more complex figures, with amazing head sculpts and accessories and stuff like that. But if I just got one that I can like be happy looking at every day, Advanced Suit Spider-Man from PS4.
That's a good pick, bro, because it does have presence in your DTOF. It definitely does. It moducates DTOF,
especially
put it,
with Miles. Like when you put Miles and this guy,
those two do go well together.
And now, admittedly, I think the Miles figure is better in terms of engineering, the suit and the posability, and like the flexibility of it, and just I love the color contrast between that like metallic red and the black. Admittedly, I think that's a better engineered figure. But for me, just like from a comic perspective and like the character, I love this look more. So that's why it would be this. But yeah, if you have these two paired next to each other, man, they look great.
Well, Kinky, I hope you got your answer, bro, because you did put us on. Oh, you did. It was a good question, and you did put us out there like that. Hey, Big Collector, man, sorry about that. I didn't see the super chat. If I did miss it, I do apologize, man. But thank you for the donation. Best believe, man. I mean, I've seen a couple.
He's just trying to get more money out of you. He's just trying to get another super chat. Don't let him do it to you.
That's funny. But no, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, guys, hey, tonight was a great show, man. Thanks everybody for coming through. John, what do you got coming up on your show, or basically on your channel, or what you got coming up next, bro?
Yeah, thanks. Well, actually, tomorrow, me and this man, wait, down here, we're doing an episode of. I started a show called Posed Up.
Word.
Yeah, so it's basically my version of getting to know everybody in the community, content creators, and while we just chat about figures, collecting, and then we pose up a figure while we do it. So I did an episode with so I did an episode with KG last week, where we did Spider-Man versus Mysterio. And then I did my first episode with the Endgame cap hack, where you can get way more posability out of his legs by just making a small tweak with a man named D from Man Cave Gems. It was his idea, unbelievable. And tomorrow we're going to do this guy. So we're going to cover Mando fat suit versus no fat suit. Okay. And then we'll probably get off track and talk about anything and forget. Last episode I forgot what I was doing and just talked. So that's my show. Other than that, I'm doing and I'm also filming a Mysterio review and posing showcase with the drones. I'm doing like a combined one with him and 2 drone packs. I went a little crazy, so I'm definitely having some fun. Yeah,
are you using a full-size drone from the Homecoming Spidey too, or the Far From Home like homemade suit?
So I've got 2 drone packs. Then I've got the big drone from Homemade Suit and the small one from Far From Home. So I've got like
that's cool,
3 big drones.
You can do force perspective too.
Yeah,
nice.
So I actually have him in my intro riding up behind this table with 3 drones, and he's standing on top of one with all the little ones, and I have it like he stands off, jumps off, and does a little thing. It took like freaking 5 hours to film.
That's awesome.
Yeah, having a lot of fun with just filming and being creative and having fun. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow, Jay, where we can chop it up and play with Mando and just get to know you a bit more. So I have a music background as well, so I want to talk to you about music as well.
Oh, that's gonna be fun, man. I can't wait. Can't wait.
Hell yeah, bro. I'll definitely tune in and watch that because, posing is where it's at, bro. Love to.
Yeah, and I'd love to have you all on one day as well. I'd love to.
Bro, you let me know. Dude. You let me know, and I'm there. You let me know when you want me on the show, and I'm there, bro. I'd love to do it. That, especially when it comes to posing, and we could just sit down and chat about figures and pose. I'm in. Yep. You let me know when, and I'm there.
You just let me know when Will's not there, and I'm there.
Well, I actually want to talk to you about photography, if I can. I want to learn. I want to chat to you about your photography and everything because I'm really interested in that. Hell yeah.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Awesome. Well, yeah, man. If you haven't already, do subscribe to Iron Logan on IG and on his YouTube channel. Oh, definitely. I cannot wait to take a look at that, man. Definitely, like I said, all on board for that. And thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
My man, Brother Cousins, bro. What you got coming up, man?
Once again, Leo, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you to all you guys. It's been great tonight. Tomorrow, yes, doing Posed Up with this guy right here, John. That's going to be fun tomorrow. I can't wait to do that. Also, I have another video coming up that I'm working on. It's called, I'm looking at my paper right now because I'm trying to remember the title. It's How to Obtain Grails Affordably. Yeah, that's going to be a video. Yeah, so that's going to be cool. Got some tips and tricks on how you can do it. Sell some of your collection. Your collection is currency. All types of little tips like that. So that's going to be a great one coming out. And I think I'll be on 1/6 Scale Cantina this Saturday as well. So check me out there as well.
Okay, definitely, bro. Can't wait to see that. So if you haven't already, follow Brother Cousins reviews on IG and YouTube. Great work. You got to catch that episode. That episode was crazy funny, and it was on point though.
That's so good.
It was definitely on point. So yeah, man. Can't wait to check it out. Will, what you got coming up, bro?
Yeah, man. So Collectors Mingle on Sunday, as always. So that's going to be fun. Of course, there'll be some video game live streams with Optical and I in between, and I'm sure Brendan will join. And Jetta, we're supposed to play Friday, I think, Brendan, right?
Well, we are, but I don't know if you and Optical can join because Friday, getting collectors, whoever wants to, and we're jumping into Vanguard because Vanguard comes out on Friday.
Oh, okay.
So Friday is the big Call of Duty Vanguard, battle royale or team. But yeah, so we're gonna have a big one on Friday night.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so that'll be fun if we join in on that, and then I'm also working on reviews, still working on The Last Duel and No Time to Die, so just a little bit late. I'm going to see Eternals Thursday, so I'm going to be reviewing that too. So yeah, be on the lookout for all that. And then, dude, if Pennywise drops anytime this week, maybe I'll do a quick like update video on it, because that might be my first Hot Toys review. I feel like I kind of have to review that one.
Do it.
You have to.
So,
You have
yeah.
to.
So I should probably review that one. But yeah, so that's what's coming up for me. But yeah, Collectors Mingle Sunday. I'm still trying to figure out the topics for it, layout. But I want to kind of do more stuff like kind of like we did tonight, more like, you know, big picture stuff and less like news. Maybe we'll hit some news and stuff, but you know, more like big picture. You know, what we want out of our collection and why we do it and things like that. So
how amazing The Last of Us 2 is.
How trash it is. Right in the garbage can.
Oh my god.
Butt naked assassin, bro. What you got going on, man?
Dude, I'm just psyched about going to see the Eternals. I'm going on Friday morning, and I can't wait until we jump. I'm assuming that that's basically going to be all we talk about on Monday. So if that's the case, then see the Eternals before Monday, because there's no way we're not spoiling the fuck out of that movie on Monday's talk.
It's going to get spoiled.
There's no way.
It's going to get spoiled. So if you don't want the spoilers, do not watch the show on Monday, because it's going to be spoiled. We're going to spoil the fuck out of it. So yeah.
But yeah, man. So yeah, that's the big one, because I really Lael and I have been talking for like a year and a half about like the implications of this movie and how it's going to completely shape the MCU moving forward in ways that people who are not familiar with these comics just do not see coming, and it's going to be big. So it's there are movies that we're excited to see the next one in the MCU, and then there are ones that we're like with bated breath. You're like, oh my god, this is going to be not just another good movie that maybe has a fun connective ending scene in the credits or something. This is going to be one that shapes things moving forward. And so we've been so hyped for this for the last year and a half, 2 years. So for it to finally be here is big. So definitely. Yeah, man, that for me, that's a big thing. And then it's just kind of waiting for some stuff to come in. I should right around all the same time in the next 2 weeks. I just got an email from Ray about my Captain Rex. So I'm going to right around all in the span of like a week or two, and be getting Lando, Endgame Hulk, Captain Rex, Hush Batman, and maybe a couple others. So yeah, it's going to be a fun couple of weeks leading into Turkey Day. Can't wait for Thanksgiving.
I know, man. Black Friday too, man.
Smoke a turkey. Yep. Collectors, I think I'm gonna put, when they do their November, their kind of Black Friday sale, I'll put in my next round of Maja cases. Put that order in.
Ooh, I might use that opportunity too. Yeah.
They historically they do like about like at least a 15-20% off, and that's a lot.
That's a lot for a big purchase.
Exactly.
That might be the time to do it then. Yeah.
So my plan is probably to put in my next order. So because I just got to get my DC. That's stuff that is still in detail. So I got to get my DC collection into Maja cases and space a little more out here. So I think that's going to be next up for me. And then we move right into Lael's favorite time of year with Christmas streams left and right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be extremely
He's chomping
fun.
at the bit. He's like, let's get through fucking Thanksgiving so we can it's Christmas all the time.
I'm already in Christmas mode. You guys Toya around here, we already in Christmas mode.
He's in Christmas mode in July.
Exactly. I play Christmas music the entire summertime. This is all I've been playing. So yeah, definitely. I can't wait. So yeah, exactly. Just, you can follow Max Effort Collector on Instagram. It's Real Raleigh on Instagram as well. And yeah, just get some great content, some great photography.
Latoya said already.
Already. You already know. And speaking of Thanksgiving, it's a great time to plug this, Willie. If you haven't already, I released a video earlier today, and we are basically all about goodwill for this month. It is around Thanksgiving, so this is all out to everybody. If you haven't already seen it, subscribe to the channel. There is a giveaway that we have going on right now. I partnered with my boy, my man, my homie, Marcos. We sat down, we had a chat, and we came up with this very interesting giveaway. It is the Man of Steel bust from Sideshow. So that piece is up for grabs, and all you have to do, if you haven't watched the video, you'll know. And I've also now, mind you, this is partnership all around because me and my man, brother Cousins, we talked about this today. So we're going to be partnering up. We're going to do this as well with this giveaway. It's going to be a huge event. Whereas all you have to do is, number one, you subscribe to either me or Brother Cousin's channel, as well as you subscribe to the I'm sorry, I'm just because I got so much going on right now in my head right now. Collector Zone Cantina. You have to become a member of that group. As well, so you want to subscribe there, and you want to just basically give an interesting story about goodwill, whether it's to a family member, someone in need, if you donated to a good cause, just an interesting story there, for your chance to basically win this bust. And like I said, I mean, it's a great piece. I did like a mini review on it today, as well as the just give the details about the giveaway, so you can watch that video. It's up right now. But that is the giveaway going on for the entire month. The winner will be announced the day before Thanksgiving. Okay. So the day before Thanksgiving, that winner will be announced. So be ready for it. And again, all you have to do is subscribe to the Collector Zone Cantina. Also, Brother Cousins Toy Reviews as well. His YouTube channel, as well as the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel, for your chance to basically win this piece. It's an amazing...
Wait, Lael, just to clarify for the giveaway, because there's the Collector Zone has a YouTube channel, but then there's a Collector Zone Cantina on Facebook that is a group.
Facebook.
They need to become a member of the Cantina group on Facebook.
The Cantina group. You have to subscribe to the Cantina
you're in
group.
that.
And that's what it actually explains. Even also, if you watch the video, there is a little small tutorial video on how to subscribe to the Cantina Facebook group on in Facebook. So it does give you a subscription there as well. So it's easy to follow.
Which is good to be in there anyway, because Marcos regularly drops like a 15% off code or something, and it'll be like, this is good to be redeemed like 6 times today. So the first 6 people, so if you're a member of it, you can jump in and you can be like, oh shit, I just got a $15 coupon, 15% coupon code that I can apply to this statue or this 6 scale that I've been eyeing for a while. So it's good to be in there, because especially around like Thanksgiving and Christmas, he's going to be dropping a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm glad you basically did mention that, because there is a code that is going to be floating around.
Oh snap.
Yes, there is a code that's going to be floating around. It is a 15% off code. It's going to be for the first 20 people. So, yes, there's a code that's going to be floating around. I will tell you how to get it, and it will be just tune in. As a matter of fact, because I was going to actually just kind of reveal it tonight, but no, I'm going to wait till Monday when we talk about on Monday when we talk about the Eternal. So, again, if you want to find out what that code is, tune in on Monday. And I'll tell you exactly what that code is going to actually be. But yeah, and I'll give you the code. And like I said, it's the first 20 people will get 15% off. So that's going to be floating around again. This is, like I said, the whole month is all about goodwill. It's not about just good eats, but goodwill, showing goodwill to your fellow man as well as a family member or anyone in need.
About good eats.
But yeah, so definitely stay tuned for that. And also subscribe to the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel as well as Instagram. On actually this week, possibly, as a matter of fact, tomorrow I will be dropping a new Take Your Position video, and I'll be posing up. You'll see
Grievous.
it. Nope, not Grievous. It's going to be Lando, so you'll actually see how I pose that figure up. There's some pictures floating around. You probably
you've got the little trick in there, so to deal with the cape, right? And
yep.
So people are going to want to watch that.
Yeah. So basically, there's a way to drop this. So there's a couple of things going on there. So it's going to be explained, but that video will be up tomorrow. I'll also be dropping another video on Friday, and that's basically Take Your Position for Spider-Gwen. So that video will be up as well. So yeah,
you know what I think you should do to elevate your Take Your Position videos? I think you should do the whole narration in the voice of the character that
Spider-Gwen might be a little challenging.
I think that's what you should do. I want to hear I want to hear Lael as Billy D.
Ooh.
Do it. Try not to laugh, motherfucker.
Brother Cousins
You
does
can't.
it every day, so I mean, you know.
I'm in your head. Yeah, see, he's gonna crack. Look at him. Look at he can't hold. Look,
He's
see
gonna
the lips
crack
are starting
eventually,
apart.
bro.
He's gonna crack. He's gonna crack. He's got just like his AARP card. He's gonna crack.
Yes, you can try and cover your smile up with your hand. You see, you tried. It didn't work. See, look at him. He's breaking. Yeah, see.
Let me address the chat real quick. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to the One Cent Scale Man YouTube channel and Instagram, and you'll get some incredible information. Remember, comic book discussions, comic book talk with friends on Monday, and that will be an all-out discussion on Eternal. So if you don't want to be spoiled and you haven't seen the movie, do not watch that show. But if you want to be spoiled, watch that show on Wednesday. And I'm glad that Iron Logan, I would actually want to have you back on Wednesday because it's going to be a different and very interesting discussion on Wednesday, and it is posing versus dynamic.
Okay. Hell yeah, I'm in, man. I'm in.
So we're going to have a discussion about that. Who prefers posing versus the standard Will Foxification Museum.
Yeah.
I got some dynamic poses. I got a few.
Yeah.
I want to see him. Let's go.
Will, and hopefully Will can kick, because I think you know what, Will, I want to hear you do a segment on taking care of your figures and what figures you should not. What figures should be or can be posed up and you can get away with it, or what figures should not be posed?
Will doesn't use any poses for his figures that he himself cannot physically get into in real life.
Which is, I can get into a lot of poses, so it's fine, dude. I'm like Justin.
I call bullshit on that.
No crazy poses, standing up and down in the light box. That's how mine usually are. So,
dude,
but it depends.
You got to get your own lines, man. Stop fucking ripping off Justin.
Hey, you're gonna rip
no
off
crazy
anybody.
Poses,
Rip off.
just standing
Rip
up
off.
And down in the...
Dude, honestly though, man, like he's taught me so much about ramen and wagyu. I didn't even really even know what wagyu was. So.
Man,
and you're fuss about, hey, come on, man.
Ever
What?
cook a wagyu steak to well done?
Oh,
I will take a hit out on you.
I'm gonna send you a video of it.
Seriously?
That is crazy. Let me address the chat real quick and everybody who came through. Thank you guys. We got Justin Moffitt in here. We got the Docinator 3 in here. Thank you for coming through. Jazzy, thank you for coming through. Topar, Ben Thomas, thank you for coming through. Riley Ramirez, thank you for coming through. Ant-Man, well done, Steak. Thank you for coming through. DK, we have, let's see here. Big Collector, thank you for coming through as always. Iron Logan, he's already in the building. Baby, thank you for coming through, Latoya. Congratulations once again on your big accomplishment today. Mark Hansen, thank you for coming through. Joe Rogers, Damon Zapp. Who else we got here? DK, Carlos. We have, let's see here, Blue Tattoo, thank you for coming through. Again, Carlos, let's see here. Who else have we got? Max Geekdom, thank you for coming through. Trimble Dust, thank you for coming through. Frogman, I see you. I need a mirror, man, so I can do the romper room thing. Definitely need to do that next time. Let's see here. We got, that was my inspiration. I used to watch that show back in the day. Brother Cousin, you did too. Don't act like you never watched the romper room, bro.
Yeah.
6 scale reviews. Thank you for coming through, man. Let's see who else. Mike Fiola, thank you for coming through. Kinky Sphincter, thank you for coming through. Her name is fucking funny. Let's see here. Malachi Mabane, man, thank you for coming through. Philip the Fool. Let's see here. Star Child, thank you for coming through. Man, we had quite a few people in here tonight, and I'm so glad we did. Universal Key, thank you for coming through. But yeah, great discussion. Tune in if you haven't already subscribed to everyone's channel here, because we bring you great content. This is the Fellowship of Collectors. We like to keep the peace, promote the peace, share goodwill, talk about the things that we love, and this is the place to do it. As always, thank you guys for coming through. It has been an amazing chat tonight. Thank you for the guests. Thank you for everybody here. And let's give thanks this month. Plain and simple. Thanks.
Go watch The Harder They Fall.
Yeah. Harder They Fall. As a matter of fact, right after we get off, I will be cuddled up with my baby, and we will be watching that tonight. So again, thank you guys for coming through. Everybody out there in the chat. Remember, goodwill.
Oh,
Stay
Leo,
honest.
you got one more
What's up?
super chat right at the
Did
end
I?
there.
Oh,
Somebody
wait a
snuck it
minute,
in.
wait a minute,
Oh,
wait.
yeah, boy. I love it.
Wait, we got Eric Solo. What's up, boys? Release Pennywise, $1.99. I knew you was gonna love
Yeah,
that one. He did that just for Will.
I'm checking Facebook right now for updates.
He said, release Pennywise. Come on through. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming through. Thank you for everybody out in the chat. Love you, peace and love. Until the next show, we are out.
Play what? Play what? What?